Well, I mean,
Um,
you can just guesstimate where you were. It's not like a big deal.
I thought
Meow
we
meow.
Yum,
did
yum.
some rest.
Oh my god. Man.
What's up?
Fuck Rhythm
We're
Bot.
live.
All my friends hate Rhythm Bot.
Joe, why are we live?
Are we live? Welcome back to the Oswego Comic Shop's D&D 5th Edition campaign, Scourge of Flesh. I'm your Dungeon Master, as always, Paul Reese. And we return with our players this evening. Meow Meow, the Kitten Tabaxi Sorcerer.
Meow
Camellia,
meow.
the Fawn Bard. Bakar, the Tiefling Paladin. Chickon Tendi, the Dwarven Monk. And Guido, the Torta Wizard. Last session, the gang helped General Rockmane barricade one of the first floor rooms and discovered a revenant lying in wait. Meanwhile, they were notified that the Arcanoloth, Zakivius, had a plan to deliver the Blightsoul Shard to the Cerberus Assembly in Rexentrum, but was caught in the wave of undead with his magic sapped by the shard. While the party awaits rescue at the hands of the Cerberus Assembly, they notice a fiendish presence in the kitchen. And we're back. So, you guys were approaching the door, and Bakar used his divine senses to sense all four of those little grubby guys in the kitchen writhing in the mounds of food.
Like an infernal salad bar.
Ooh.
Yeah, the cucumbers, the bread, potatoes, all of that stuff that they probably would have liked to have out here, and looks like it's being eaten by some sort of fiendish minions.
But we haven't opened the door yet, right?
But it's vegetables, though?
The door, I believe, is chained still.
Okay. Yeah. That's what
you were able to just pry the door open enough to see through the crack to notice they were chomping at all the food.
But they're taking care of those cucumbers, right?
They're almost gone, yes.
I feel like we should investigate what's in here if we're gonna hole up any longer.
Who are the NPCs again? Can you refresh my memory?
There is General Rockmane, the one who looks like hold on. Oh, that's interesting. He doesn't look. Yeah, that guy. Thank you. We gave him back his plate, and now he's a veteran. There was the small dragonborn child. She was a little girl. And then there was Zakivius, the Arcanoloth, a large fox-like fiend who looked very kind of nerdy, geeky, scrawny, you know?
And kept trying to read our minds.
Yes, he's pretty good at it. Meow, 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 meow.
Not that good.
Meow 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 meow.
So yeah.
And that's how we tune out Meow Meow.
It's impossible. So I'm assuming we will want to take out this infernal salad bar.
What are you all looking at in there?
All of the
You go
evil
look.
beasts chewing up the food that we need.
So he approaches the barred doors and he peeks through the crack that you make by pulling on the handles there, and he gasps. That one! He has my bag! Guys, I need that. I knew it wasn't in my room like I thought. I'm gonna need that back. It's got some important stuff in it for us.
Like what kind of important stuff?
I'm a collector of antiquities. All right, I'm gonna be honest with you. I ran off with a lot of stolen goods because I knew I wasn't going back. So I took some treasures, and tell you what, they're yours if you can get the rest of the bag back. I'm gonna need it.
So, are the chains just wrapped around whatever handles are there?
Yeah, they're not even locked. They're just wrapped quite tightly.
So I'm gonna start undoing the chains so that we can make a play here.
Okay, Bakar, how long does Divine Sense last?
It's just one turn.
Okay.
Forever. My cookie.
Never-ending divine sense.
You do hear more movement behind the door now.
Are they gone?
If you peer through, you notice that they are gathering
Oh.
around the door now that you've started to make noise with the chain.
Is this next on the bar? Is that literally a ham haunch or a
It's
turkey leg?
been left out a bit long, but yes,
Could we use it as bait?
you could certainly attempt.
Because that way, then if we throw it over to the corner, they may chase after. How much room do we have to actually throw something in?
So there's like a 3-inch gap you can make.
How
with
big
the
is
door.
the turkey leg?
I would say if you trim off a little bit of it, you can get it through. And trimming it off is no issue. So
what if I'm throwing this out, and basically I'm talking to the group in this one. What if I use Mage Hand and then try to dangle this turkey leg and use it kind of like a carrot on a stick and try to lure them over into a corner so we can have a good shot at jumping at them?
Sure. Any
okay.
plan's a better plan than my non-plan.
If we get them grouped up, I can always blast them all with fire at the same time.
Yeah, because that way too. Is that a fireplace over in the corner there near the piano?
Yeah, that's where you'd put your kettles, things like that, to do any
Okay.
sort of big pot cooking.
They may not be dumb enough to go into the fire, but maybe if we lure them into the other corner, in the upper left-hand corner. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, my plan was to open the door and start doing some punching. So,
all right.
I'm gonna guess that the fire's not actually going in there right now.
Okay.
It's just enough ember to stay lit. It must have been quite built when everything kind of hit the fan.
Now, once we do this, though, if they're attracted to it, it's not going to last long. So, we might want to have a plan to be able to take advantage of that brief window.
the plan is to kick and punch pretty much as possible.
You know what? I like the way you think. Are we?
Also, drink, kick, punch.
So
living my best life.
So if I'm ready to go, a tiny blue spectral kitty paw will reach out and grab the turkey leg, and it will be hovering in the air, ready to go when we're ready to go.
When you are ready, I want you to make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
What? Okay.
Yeah, you should be good at these.
Well, with disadvantage? Wow.
Yes. You don't really understand the nature of these creatures.
All right. 15.
Okay. So you're able to
Which sucks because I had a nat 20 on the first one.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
You're able to drop the chicken somewhere around here. You can barely see it on that background, but whatever. Right in front of the fire, and you do sense movement of congregation around the object. A couple of them.
Actually,
okay.
DM. I was thinking
there?
of this corner. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, weird. Okay.
Because that way too, they would have to go away from the door to go get it.
Yeah. All right. So I'll say they're all at least poking at it with their stubby 3-fingered arms, and a large tongue is kind of wiping itself along the chicken leg to test what it is before it tries to ingest it. And then after maybe 3.5 seconds, one of the demons here just makes it disappear. They just put their whole body on top of it, and it's gone. You hear almost like the sound of an engine, a large whirring, kind of like the sound Taz makes when he spins, and it's gone.
While they're all distracted, can I just step in and cast Burning Hands?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'll miss you, turtle.
Okay. Go ahead, and that's dexterity saves, correct?
Yes, deck save for all of them.
All right, so that's 4 deck saves. That's a 2. That's an 18, a 17, and a 7.
So the 18 to 17 obviously succeed.
Okay.
They take. I rolled max damage on that, so it's 24 points of damage for those who failed,
Wow, look at
and
you.
then 12 for those who succeeded.
No, we've seen that chicken leg just disappear, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it magically disappeared. It kind of leapt towards it and landed topside over on top of it. And you could see just like little bits of meat and fat flying out the sides of his face, I guess.
It's like vertical smile.
Yeah, it's questionable to call it a face. Oh, actually, I was supposed to. Okay, sorry. I'm redoing this because I don't know how to read. After you cast Burning Hands, you notice that the fire did catch on their hide, but they don't seem personally phased by it. Even with such amounts of arcane force you're able to propel out of your hands, they seem relatively stable. And with that, I mean, let's roll some initiative, right?
Ooh.
Yeah, buddy.
Ooh, initiative. Do we have the tracker up, or should we just shout it out?
Always just shout it out.
I'm octopusing right now.
Gross. I've seen that movie.
There we go. Okay. All right. Initiative tracker's out.
Oh, good. They go dead last.
Right.
Perfect. They're already dead. That's 0 hit points.
Okay, and then I will add.
It's getting like Fantasia in here. This music.
Okay, now you're all in there.
Looks like we got doubles of some.
Oh yeah.
And I do not believe I'm in there. Sorry, DM, you're doing a great job.
Trying my best. I'm holding it together.
Just barely.
All right. So yeah, you can just fill in your initiatives, and then I'll reorder it. Chicken Tendy with the fast legs.
Wow. Fastest legs in Faerun? Is that the thing?
Is technically
Wild Mount.
Fastest legs and Wild Mount.
I mean, it may have been Wild Mount at one point. Who knows? You definitely have more decks than them.
Yeah. I have 3.
I think that's math. Yeah, we did it. Yeah, they have a -1.
Ooh.
Spoilers. Okay, so they are alerted. Camellia, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna walk into the rooms and pull out my sitar, and I'm going to cast sleep on them.
Not a bad idea. Okay. Ah.
Okay, so
let's see
23.
Here. 23. Okay, you notice the two closest to the top wall. They I believe they pass right out. So yeah, I will add a thing to show they are sleeping. There we go. Okay, they are asleep, but the bottom two, they kind of slump for a little bit and sort of turn into a gross tooth pudding. And
Yum.
then they form once again to their weird, dark, hued shape. It's disgusting. I don't like them. But anyway, so yeah, the back two are asleep, and let's see. Starting with the creature that's lowest current. Oh, okay, it carries over. So apologies. This one does not fall asleep. All right, but the one in the back definitely does.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot it was like trickle down economics almost.
Doesn't
It
work.
doesn't work. Ah, I got him. Okay.
Do you have a? I think you still have a move if you wanted to.
Actually, there's a clause in the sleep spell that says if the creature is immune to being charmed, it's not affected. So I guess these ones aren't affected at all. Sorry.
Oh no!
I know,
Okay.
demons, right? So, I mean, at least now we know.
Wow.
We know
Wow.
I was reading the spell because, I mean, to be honest with you, I've never used it. So
It slowly became less of a good first move.
I know over time it just got worse and worse. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's terrible. It's terrible. I regret everything.
You put every potato and cucumber to sleep.
Yeah,
the
There's
vegetables
some
are
mice in the walls that are asleep.
Okay. Is that all for your turn?
Yeah, I'm just gonna be looking really excited and then really let down.
You and I like. Okay, fair enough. Chicken Tendy, it's your turn.
I'm just gonna get in there and get in the way. Start throwing some punches here. That was a 17.
A 17 does hit.
Okay, for 7, and then a bonus attack. And that's a miserable failure with a 7.
Okay, so you drop an elbow on it and you see its vertical mouth just kind of take the blow right to the teeth, and you withdraw your right arm, going with a left, and you pull back just before you notice it's about to snap its jaws at you, and you miss. Guido, it is your turn.
Okay. As a bonus action, I'm going to pull out a black chili pepper and munch on that and cast Dragon's Breath on myself for the Acid's Breath weapon. And then
okay,
I'm gonna move up here to avoid hidden chicken tendy and use my action to expel my acid breath.
What shape is that again?
15-foot cone.
Okay, now is that Dex or Con?
Dex. Dex.
All right, so starting with top left and going clockwise, I will do their saves. That's a 6. That's a 4. Oh, you're doing good. Another 4. Terrible.
They're not very dexterous.
And a 17.
That
Bottom
one
left
succeeds.
save. Yep. Okay, so how much damage, pal?
3d6. So they take 15 points of acid damage.
Wow, not bad. 15.
And the one that succeeded takes half.
All right. All right. 15, you said?
15.
They already aren't looking very good, and you hear from the back Zacchaeus yell, "Don't melt my bag, it's very important."
I just don't respond to him.
Okay, you're a little focused. That's fair.
Melt the bag.
Okay.
Got it.
Turning into a dragon turtle, guys, it's okay.
It's scary. All right, Meow Meow, you're up.
So this door is wide open now?
Yeah, people have moved through it enough for it just to be wide open.
Okay. I really don't have clean line of sight, do I? 3, 4. I'll jump up on them potatoes.
Okay.
It wasn't the cucumbers.
I know I'm racked with terror.
Well, the cucumbers are difficult terrain.
I'm sure they are. Gross monster.
How pretentious are these vegetables?
I know, right? I'm gonna be. I'll fire off a classic. An Eldritch Blast.
Ooh.
So I outstretch my adorable kitty paws and weave a spell from my yarn ball.
Look at his little beans.
You say that now, but it hits for. It has a 23 to hit.
Yes. Which one are you targeting?
I will fire at the one that is above the one Chicken Tendy is fighting. Yes.
This one here?
Yep. Sorry,
All right.
I forget that I can do that.
That's fine.
So I believe a 23 hits.
It does. How much damage?
9.
And you send your kitty little Eldritch Blast, and you see a soft impact, and then it just shreds out like an apple being shot with a heavy caliber round. It just explodes across the room.
So would you say
And
it
it
shoots and
down.
hits the other guy? Behind it?
Maybe not with enough force to do damage, but
Okay.
if he was delicious, you'd see the other ones licking their lips with how much visceral is just spread across the room.
Fair enough.
All right, and he is dead. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, is that your turn?
Yes. I have one eye on the cucumber menace.
Cucumber Menace, yes. Okay, we are up to the Maw Demon in the back corner. It's going to approach Chicken Tendy, being the closest thing made out of meat, other than the devoured chicken leg. And it is going to...
Devour.
It consumes you.
It is going to bite, believe it or not. And that is a 7 to hit.
Oh.
It's gonna
No, it doesn't work.
calculate
Okay.
taxes.
Yeah. Okay, now it is Bakar.
All right, I'm gonna move in. I can get all the way to that back wall, right?
I would believe so, yeah.
Now, do I see the bag?
The bag? Yes, it's sticking out of the one closest to you, actually. It's right up top.
I'd like to use my action to grab the bag and throw it away from all of them.
So you see the two leather straps to what you would believe to be some sort of magic satchel, right? And it's kind of like just flailing out of this thing's toothy maw. Go ahead and make an athletics check, contested by his athletics check. Or I guess it'd be a strength check for him.
Athletics is 17.
He got a 19. So he's going to kind of...
What?
I can't believe it either.
Can I use my Chrono Shift ability?
Yeah, I believe you can, yeah. That's a dice roll. So you want me to redo it?
Ability check or saving throws. Yep, re-roll that.
Oh, 16 this time. Oh, okay. So Guido, you see for a second, it started to like, almost like a pug with a chew toy. It's just kind of shaking its head wildly and trying to do the death roll that a crocodile would. And Bakar loses grasp, and you snap your fingers, and everything just kind of rewinds for a second. And Bakar finds the right grip to hold and retches this bag, the ornate leather bag, right out of this thing's mouth, and it flies across the room and lands right
I
around
want to throw it
behind
to Camellia.
Bakar. You want to do what? I'm sorry.
I wanted to throw it to Camellia.
Okay, so you throw it to Camellia, and it lands right at her feet. Camellia, if you want, you can use a reaction to just catch it. If not, it'll land at your feet.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, so you catch it, no problem. And now it's in your hands. And is there anything else you'd like to do, Bakar?
I can't take the dodge action as a bonus action, right?
Not without that rogue thing. You know what I'm talking about. I can't remember off the top of my head.
cunning action.
Yes, not without that. Or something similar, like Step
Patient
of the Wind, I think.
defense.
Yeah, that one. Okay.
Yeah, I don't have anything else then.
Okay. It is the Maw Demon's turn. The one right next to Chicken Tendy to the left. He is going to make a bite attack against Chicken Tendy.
Good.
And he's going to miss. You guys got this in the bag. That is his turn. Then there's the one in front of Bakar. He is going to make a bite attack towards Bakar for stealing his food. Does an 18 hit?
No, 20.
Ah, you son of a... Okay, yeah, he just wraps his toothy maw around your breastplate and just drags his teeth along your chest and doesn't sink hold into anything. Camellia, we're back to you.
Okay, so I've got the bag now, obviously.
Right, and due to the strap, it doesn't take up your hands. Like, you're
Okay.
able to hold it without holding it.
Okay. I'm gonna scoot up here just a little bit, and I'm going to switch over to my crossbow real quick and take a shot at the one directly in front of me.
Okay.
And that's gonna miss because it was a solid 7.
With your bonuses?
Yeah, I rolled a 2.
Oh, terrible. Okay, all right, fair enough. Yeah, you just shoot just through the gaping mouth. You're not used to things having a vertical mouth on top. It's reasonable. Everyone
It's throwing me
understands.
off a little.
Yeah, it's gibbering and writhing. It's uncanny valley sort of thing. It's not good.
Not
Chicken
natural.
Tendy, it is your turn.
I would like to tumble into this dangerous corner.
I can't. I don't know if tumble is an action.
Well, acrobatics. So, like, let's say
Right.
I
know it's a Pathfinder thing.
vault on this box of food and jump into the corner.
Okay, yeah, just make an acrobatics check for free without using any actions. Of all people that should do it, it should be the monk, right?
Oh.
Okay, so I won't do you dirty, but I'll say that you get about there, and you start to climb up the wall, and your foot slips due to whatever grimy substance is all over the floor.
Pretty much burn all my moving 5 feet. Fair enough.
I
Okay.
would. You have the rest of your movement. You just.
Oh.
I don't think I can let you attempt that again. That'd be kind of.
No. I got it. I appreciate letting me even try to begin with.
Hey, you
Well,
can
I
certainly
guess
try.
I'm gonna punch this here front fella.
Okay, and you are flanking. Ooh, good thing too.
1.
Yes.
7.
Okay, so he's going to use the ability I forgot that these guys have, and the reason I chose them to begin with. So when you reduce him to 0 hit points with your mighty strike to its eye, he's going to rampage, and when you reduce the creature to 0 hit points with a melee attack on its turn, the Maw Demon can take a bonus action to move up to half its speed and make a bite attack. So you can see, even though you've knocked it out and just completely drained the life from it with a single blow, you can see the twitch of something diabolical underneath the skin, writhing to get out. You still have your bonus attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the club then and just swat the one next to me.
Okay.
15.
Okay, you do hit, yes.
For 4.
Ooh, okay, so you bring it down on one of the many eyes this thing has in random spots, more or less, and it goes swollen for a second and then bursts with an orange liquid. Even though it's oozing at this orifice now, it doesn't seem to have been slowed down too much.
Perfect. Keep irritating them.
Yeah, that's disgusting. Guido, it's your turn.
All right, I'm going to use my action to breathe acid damage on it again.
Okay, so that's once again clockwise, starting with top right. 15.
DC 13, so it saves.
Okay, 4.
Okay.
I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
And then 2. Okay, so wow, you might just straight up do it.
11 points of acid damage.
Okay. So the first one's saved, but that's enough to cause that same diabolical wriggling that you saw Chicken Tendy cause. in
Even
the
though
one
it's
closest
not
to you.
melee?
Ah, good point. You're right. So that one is dead functionally. Thank you. And how much damage was it?
11 acid total.
Okay, and you see your acid bubble and hiss on the skin of the two in front of it, and I don't know if this is the rule for these, but I feel like since it was damaged again, even though it's at 0, this would like make the rampage not happen. So this one's gone as well, and this one, even though it was heavily damaged by your breath weapon, it's still sitting there very angry at Bakar.
Paul?
Jesus.
Yeah?
DM, I just want to point out that I'm pretty sure that rampage is a bonus damage attack for when it kills something.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're right. Okay, well, good thing I didn't try any of it. You're right. I read that incorrectly. Thank you. These would have been good a while ago, yeah? They're not doing much to you now. Okay. Fair enough. It is Meow Meow's turn.
I will use my Eldritch Blast, and I'm going to fire at the one that's got a bone on it. It will be for 14.
14 hits.
All right. For 6.
6 damage. So
Yep.
with another eldritch streak of energy, it makes a light impact and then bursts on its skin, but this time it does not turn into shrapnel. This one is still somehow holding on. Bakar, it's your turn to finish it, though.
I'm going to use Ray of Frost on it.
Okay, that current distance, it's a disadvantage due to being a ranged attack.
Then we're going to Scimitar attack then.
Okay, fair enough.
Does 13 hit?
Meets it, beats it. Well done.
Seven points of damage.
And with a solid cleave, tell me how you do it.
I just want to cut it in half where the maw is and just split it.
So as if your scimitar was an oversized pizza cutter, you just drive a wedge through it to the ground, leaving a nice trail of sparks as soon as you hit the cement floor. And it is cleaved and dead. Well done. We are out of initiative.
That was fast.
Ugh.
Oh, those were awful.
I jump down because I do not, and I kick over the cucumber bin. I don't like it.
Okay, the cucumbers go flying across the floor.
Ugh, I don't like it.
I want to pick up a cucumber.
Are these
Okay.
teeth collectible?
You see that these teeth, they're all chiseled to a fine point, seemingly by force. That it's not a natural curvature to these bladed bones. Almost as if they, in order to get sharp teeth like this, they chewed on some sort of rock for ages, chipping away piece by piece. They are collectible, but I think everyone but you would find them worthless.
Well, that's just it. I'm trying to decide if I want like a weird gibbering tooth necklace.
Well, there's over a few dozen to collect if you'd like to. They seem to be harmless in their current state, for sure.
If teeth are important to you, go right ahead. I don't think anyone's gonna judge you.
Yeah, I'm gonna just while everybody else is going about their stuff, looking through this cool magical bag. I'm gonna be pulling teeth out of demons.
Are you seriously wasting your time pulling teeth? Can I please have my bag? What is wrong with you?
Have your bag. Don't come up to me.
I'm talking to the nice young lady.
Yeah, so about the bag, you said we could have what was in it. So why do you need the bag?
Well, how about you do me a favor and try to grab whatever's in it?
Ooh.
Hmm.
Okay.
Sounds
I'm gonna do it
trappy.
just because I was dared.
Okay, you reach your hand into what seems to be an empty void. You can't feel anything, not even the fabric that should be there, except for the very rim of the bag.
Can I
And
roll like an intelligence check or something?
to sense the nature of this?
Yes. Or an
Okay,
arcana.
Arcana or intelligence, whatever you prefer.
It's gonna be 18.
This seems to be an ornate bag of holding, and with an 18, you would know that you'd have to know what you're looking for in order to grab anything.
Or turn it inside out.
Ooh.
I wasn't going to say that part, but yes, you're
Or
correct.
put a portable hole inside of it.
There's a few things that'll happen that might end
no.
the series early if you do that.
Yes, it'll be fun.
Yes, it will be fun.
I hear legend.
Fastest way to free up my Wednesdays.
Sometimes you create a temporal, void in time and space.
That'd be a fun part two to run.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just give it the situation because it's kind of hopeless and throw him his bag back.
All right. He fumbles trying to grab it, and it falls to his feet, and he scratches the top of his head, kind of embarrassed. He picks it up sheepishly, and you see him rummaging through it, and he sets it on the ground, and now his whole top half of his 6-foot frame is in the bag, trying to find something. And he comes out first with an armful of small potions. This wasn't really in the deal, but I don't see me using these anytime soon. Anything around here could probably just swallow me whole, So here, take these. And he displays on the floor 6 potions of healing. Don't thank me. I really don't want to end up as a carpet. Or a slave. I guess that's technically worse.
Slave, you say?
He then dives back into the bag, and this time, just like the very bottom of his feet and his tail are flickering out.
I look over at Tendy and I'm like, I give him that kind of like nod. I'm like, do we just push him all the way in?
I don't know. I'm over here literally ripping teeth out of demons. So, oh.
Yeah, but and then when
Sort
you
of like picking change up off the floor, like that's the sort of maneuver that I'm doing.
but when I notice that you're not looking, then I play it off like and no one noticed, so it didn't happen.
He then backs out of this bag with I believe it's called a skein of yarn. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I believe it's called a skein. Sir?
Is it a skein? Okay,
Skein.
skein. Okay, fair enough. A skein of rainbow yarn.
A scar?
And he's kind of wrapping it into a ball. And he looks at you, little kitten, and he says, these are used normally to repair Archmagi robes down in the 7 circles. But since I don't have any robes and you seem to be fawning over that ball, maybe you can find some sort of important purpose to it. And he finishes up the wrap, ties it into a ball form, and he kind of just tosses it to you.
I wanna catch it as cool looking as possible.
So you jump up with all 4, and all 4 limbs clasp on the ball at the same time, and you feel like a strong, like 7.5 earthquake vibration rack your body, even though you're midair, and it's almost as if you had grabbed an electric fence, and you're trying to keep your claws dug into this, and eventually it settles down. This thing feels extremely arcane. Usually something like this doesn't come by in the known world. It's very strange. He's now once again digging through the bag. And for a second, you almost think you hear soft notes, some sort of resonant hum, and then clanking. And he comes out, two hands. In one hand is a crescent-shaped white stone, and you can tell just by the way he's holding it that it's hollow, and it has golden pins shaped to make a kalimba of this stone. A kalimba, for those who don't know, is sort of like a thumb piano. They're very pretty little instruments. And he haphazardly tosses it at you, Camellia, without saying a word of warning.
Okay.
Ah, yeah, it's the Klee Kalimba. I hope you don't mind. It's a prototype of sorts. And this thing here, and he puts this extremely oversized gauntlet on his arm. And he has to take it off real quick. It seems to have burned his arm. I think this is a Torm artifact for you, pointy boy. Here, it's for you. And he just gently sets it on the ground, cautious of its own power.
I'll go over and pick it up.
Some say that belonged to Torm himself back in his lesser days. I hope I don't get in too much trouble for giving that to you. It was sort of a secret. I got two more. I'll be right back. These ones are coming from my personal collection. And he fully jumps in the bag now. He does almost like a jackknife into it. He's showing off. And after just a few moments this time, he comes out with a book roughly the size of his chest, and it's about 8 inches thick with a bunch of occult-like bookmarks hanging out of like a doily fabric made of black fabric. It's really interesting. And the other thing, it's a very simple-looking iron flask, something you would think would just hold cheap vodka, cheap ale. And he says, I honestly have no idea what to give you, since you're mostly nude, and you smell like bear pelt for some reason. But
I am wearing that rug still, so you know.
That explains it. Yeah, here, just be careful where you open it. I can't remember who's inside. And for you, Shell Man, Shell Person, what was your name?
Shellman.
Sheldar.
Guido?
Guido, yes.
Are you sure?
Here is the... And he kind of hushes his voice and kind of cups his hand to a whisper. It's the Grimoire Infinitus.
Do I recognize that name?
Make a religion check for me.
$22.
With a 22, you know that this weapon, I'll call it a weapon, is a spell book forged from the Divergence itself, from the Calamity. This item is one of a kind and irreplicable. I get it. Yeah, I did it, guys. To understand the words in this book, you could spend lifetimes trying and still fail. Only the most intelligent creatures can decipher its arcane illustrations and writings. You can tell by the look on his face that even this fox-like creature probably doesn't know what he has. I usually keep this on the back of the toilet. It's a good read.
I'm sure it is. It's a picture book for you, right?
It's definitely got shapes. I already know the shapes, but I never saw them put together like that. It's something else. It's entertainment. I would be careful because when I stole it on the way out, from my own cell, of course, I I think they were talking about this more than anything else. When I was on the run, and they knew I had the Blightstone. So I don't let them see this if you can avoid it.
Oh, this will be kept a secret.
I have no idea how you're willing to do that. Your bag is very small.
My shell is very big, though,
You're filling most of your shell.
but not all of it.
Got you there.
He's kind of just like eyeballing your shell and then looking at this like 3x5 by 2 by 8 book.
Guido just pops in his shell with the book just going in, and then pops back out. See?
It stuck out the top at least 3/4 of the way, and some of the pages are now ruffled. But you definitely made a solid attempt. Now, for those watching, what I just gave the party are the Right Hand of Torm, which is an item that I crafted to give Bakar a little more utility and a little more damage. I'll let him explain what it's doing when it's in action. The Iron Flask was given to Chicken Tendy. This is more or less Dungeons and Dragons version of a Pokeball, but he doesn't know what's inside. Then I gave Meow Meow, once again, a homebrew item called the Esoteric Knot. It's a +1 wand to the War Mage, but it also gives him 50% more sorcery points. And then I gave Guido a vestige of divergence called the Grimoire Infinitus in its dormant state. And then I gave Camellia a Klee Lyre that I've reflavored as a Kalimba because those are much better. With that said, Zacchaeus is now scratching his head. It's... None of them are in here. Oh no. And he's pacing back and forth like a mad fox almost. And he's nervous. If this thing could sweat, he'd be dripping. I have no idea what we're gonna do. We're boned. We're officially boned. And he storms out and he's going over to Rockmane, and you see him making wild hand motions with hushed voices about doom and it's all over and you should do the child in first, if anything.
Uh-oh.
What?
It turned grim very quick, yes. I'll spare the details. But just when you thought you'd have a moment of silence, you think you hear chanting. Does anyone here speak Dwarven other than Chicken Tendy?
Nope.
No.
Chicken Tendy, can you make a perception check, please?
Yes, sir.
Given 11 minutes, I can speak Dwarven.
Might be over by then.
And 11.
Is your passive perception higher than that?
Yes.
What is it?
13.
So with a 13, you barely hear in Dwarven words that mean abyss, mouth, and rebirth being chanted in weird esoteric dialects from the Dwarven tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Your knowledge of Dwarven society would notify you that this is not natural for a dwarf to be speaking. You can tell it's some sort of dwarf from the intonation and accent itself. And it's
Using
coming
Dwarven
from...
words, but wrong orders and things.
Right, and it's coming from south of the front door, somewhere outside.
So I relay all of that with a little bit of a concerned look on my face and then point over towards the front door. Can we see, like, are there windows in this larder or kitchen, whatever you want to call it?
Yes, the windows are the little gray half-wall things. And looking out, you see a dark field. Dead grass, light sand dunes in some spots from any sandstorms that may have happened in this area. And every now and then, you feel like you just spot the shadowy outline of a person just standing, shambling, making slight, slow movements. And then you blink and it's almost like your eyes readjust to the darkness. and you can tell that there's definitely a small number of undead all the way out to the horizon, just making their presence unknown to most.
Well, dang.
They're not high in numbers, but they're present.
They're all there, yeah. And I let everybody else know that there are also many undead outside, just kind of milling about.
DM, is there any water in this kitchen food storage area?
It looks like I didn't put any, but I would imagine there is at least a bucket of water.
I
Is
would
there
like
any-
to take that out to the bar because we've got no water out there too.
Okay. I don't know if I wrote it correctly in your item description, Jay, but when you use the charges to cast a ritual, it still takes 10 minutes, but it doesn't consume anything.
Okay.
I mean, you would need the water to make holy water, but you don't need the silver.
May I do a flavor thing?
Of course.
So I want to. You meant in my character sheet you entered it as not a knot but a thread.
Yeah, that's just its normal state. He nodded it for you.
So my focus is essentially a crystal ball of thread that if other people try to hold it, it's solid, but to me, it's flexible and it acts like just regular yarn.
I would imagine it adopts those properties.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one end of my focus and one end of this esoteric thread, and I'm gonna braid them together
Oh,
to
wow. Okay.
to then weave it together into a new crystal ball, yarn ball.
You do so, and it ends up beautiful, being both gold and like an opalescent rainbow in some spots, swirling almost like a vortex in your hands.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, I as soon as I read that description, I was just like, oh, what if I braid it together and it kind of makes like this really cool looking object.
And you do so quite well.
And also, is there any whiskey?
You actually do find under one of the tables is a large cask of several different liquors, not in one cask, of course, but just several stashes that would be used to supply the bar.
So I'm going to take my little kitty paw hand, and I'm going to take like what normally would be just shot glass to most people. I put it up, and it's like a tumbler, and I pour the whiskey in, and I down it, and I'm like, and I kind of that moment of like, and I pour another one, and I take another hit off of it, and I'm like, this is only going to get way worse before it gets better, isn't it? And I look over at our fox man.
My name is Zacchaeus. Yes.
I couldn't remember his name. That was just.
It's fine. It's fine. Foxman isn't the first. It's not the first time I've heard that. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I left it in my room upstairs. I'm not sure. I am worried about the chanting outside, though. It sounds all too familiar.
Let's cut the pronoun game. What's it?
It?
Yes.
Referring to what I'm talking about in my room?
Yes, the pronoun game that we're playing.
I have 3 greater pearls of power that I kept in a lead box with my clothes that I have a sneaking suspicion hasn't been affected by the Blightstone. So
Where is your room?
It's upstairs, left of the stairs. Once you enter the first hallway. Yeah, those ones over there. We did barricade them, though. It might take a few minutes to get it undone. But I don't know where else they would be unless you saw a giant...
Why did you barricade the upstairs?
It had too many windows for us to take account for. We didn't have time. It was easier just to barricade the stairway.
It's fair.
I was scared, not only for myself, but for the little girl. She's
So we can
she's scrappy.
basically look up those stairs then. There's just a bunch of stuff in the way.
Yeah, it's most of the dining hall tables.
Sure. The ones that I
Rockbane.
didn't stack up for my cool TLC match that we're definitely going to have.
I imagine you would have already known they were in use.
Yeah.
But
I know
I would like to
definitely
fill his
like-
water skin.
Water skin. Okay.
I'm just gonna fill it.
Okay. No problem.
So I guess ultimately that means we're going up.
It's
I mean,
gonna take a minute, but sure.
if we want Zakivius to be better off than he is now, then yeah, we need to give him a little pick me up. Got no juice left.
I would help, but I'm not feeling too good. And you see, even his nose is like getting a little pale.
Do we? I mean, we've been inside the whole time. Obviously, do we know how tall this building is roughly?
So you notice that this building is incredibly tall for an inn. The ceiling in the main drinking area of the bar, it goes up to 15 feet. That's why it took you so much stacking to get to the
Yeah.
chandelier of that size.
But it's
Uh,
not. So, I'm just wondering from a standpoint of like, if we go upstairs and then we get trapped in there, like, is everybody going to break their legs when we jump out of a window? But it sounds like no. We'll just get a little hurt.
Your residual knowledge from being in this building with the inhabitants for this time, they would have notified you that this building is like somewhere between 3 and 4 stories tall, but there's only
Oh.
actually 2 floors. They've just wanted
Hmm.
tall floors.
Fair enough.
The Well-Worn Inn is an establishment of style. That said, these tables are stacked on the long end, and you see that there's light nail work forming them into a makeshift wall. This is probably where any of the nails actually went that Rockmane could find. And though he didn't do a great job of barricading, he definitely put the work in.
I'm going to I'm going to suggest that Zakivius Rockmane and the girl, which I forget her name all of a sudden, probably not hide where they are. Maybe go back in the bathroom area for now, closer to us, while we unbarricade this, because we're definitely about to get some visitors.
Yes, where did you wanted us to go again? Sorry.
Somewhere
And
over here.
you see Rockmane, like, he coughs a few times. Back to normal. What was it you wanted?
Just if you guys have to make a hasty escape, at least you could go into the sewers.
With the child?
I mean, unless you want to have to kill her and be eaten by whatever awful creatures are outside.
And as soon as you mentioned any violent notion, he kind of covered her ears. And he's just like nodding silently. And he picks her up in both arms and he starts carrying her over to the bathrooms.
Yeah,
And
just so they're closer to us, more or less.
he, with the door open, he says, "As soon as you all go up there, I'll head down. But for now, I'm going to keep watch."
Good idea. So I guess I'll get to moving stuff with whoever's going to help.
Just make a group athletics check of whoever is doing anything.
I'm gonna keep watch.
I got a nat 20.
Oh, wow.
I got
Okay.
a
Wow.
19.
What is your strength, Camellia?
0.
Okay, so I would say you're able to put in considerable help for your stature. Okay, and
DM,
yes.
Now, divine sense, I know it's around, but is it like a bubble so it's up as well?
I believe it would be, and it's out to 60 feet, correct?
Correct. So I would like to go to the middle of the tavern, probably right under the chandelier or right next to the pile of stacked up stuff, and cast divine sense.
Right in the middle of the tavern. All right, let me do my little thingy majig here. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Um. You don't sense anything above you at all, and you're pretty confident that that gets most of the top floor. Uh, but you do, however, sense, and I'll just reveal these to you. You do sense these 4 undead outside the front windows. Right there. And with your sense, however it manifests to you, you notice that they're not moving. They're incredibly still. Arms at their sides, back to you, almost as if they're waiting.
I will
Um,
relay that to the rest of the group and tell them that it seems to be clear of undead and fiends upstairs, but they're at the front doors.
Maybe we should bring the others upstairs then.
Yeah, I mean, that seems like a fair play.
So you would have us go upstairs then?
Yes.
Sounds good, yeah. All right. Um, yeah, I'll carry her up. Is everything out of the way?
Should be.
All right. He heads in front of you, and as soon as he takes his first step on the stairs, you hear 2 large explosions at the front door on the floor you're on. And even from where you are, you feel an intense wave of heat just hit your face.
Mm.
It sounds like combustion almost.
Combustion man.
And now, one
Spark,
after one, yes, one after one, you hear pounds at the front door, something beating on it. And you see now, even though there's such a large barricade on these giant doors, they're starting to just crack open second after second, in rhythm almost, with these arcane pops and pushes.
Well,
And
I
the
hate
chanting
dubstep.
has gotten louder, and now loud enough that you all hear it. The same words over and over again.
I hate EDM.
So does your detect, was that just fiends and undead, or is that detecting evil as well?
I believe it's also Fey.
And Fey, sure.
Celestial, fiend, and undead.
So
Not
we
Fey.
don't. Yeah. So there
Or
could.
anything affected by the hollow spell.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, so this is all that was within range, but
Yeah.
these areas here, here I'll shift ping so you can actually see what I'm pointing at. These areas are not the front door. This is the front door.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
Um,
just trying to make an informed decision, I guess.
Zacchaeus is now taking it upon himself to start running after you and going right up the stairs with them. Absolutely not. I'm not going to be down here when they get in.
Yeah. That's about what I was gonna say. Is that the 3 of you should go and get your belongings and hang tight.
The chanting goes quiet for a minute, and you hear. Let me check my number real quick. 3 extremely heavy thuds on the top floor. Just
better.
and the building shakes for a second. And then your knees start to tremble. The earth is shaking with it. Now the chanting is resumed, and Chicken Tendy, they've added a new word. Writhe.
Uh-oh.
What was writhe or rise?
Writhe.
Gross.
And it's getting louder, and the shaking is getting more and more difficult to deal with. The floor is now effectively difficult terrain to move on.
I'd say we need to prepare for a breach here, ladies and gents.
Are you?
Another heat wave comes from that door as it starts to blast open a little bit and shut once again due to the pressure of all the tables and chairs stacked up in front of it. The heat wave hits everyone's faces. Something is trying to get in with spells.
I mean, are we going to hang tough or are we going to try and bail out of the windows here?
Were we
Oh,
going to go
oh boy.
upstairs to get the pearls?
We're going to leave Zacchaeus and Rockmane to just go take care of that. The two of them will be fine, in my opinion. We checked for crazy threats, so.
Ah! And they run right back.
The whole building's shaking.
I know those worms weren't there when I last checked.
What
Upstairs.
worms?
I have no idea what you're going to do about this.
Create a worm machine.
Yeah, they were white and slimy. Disgusting things. It's
Upstairs.
definitely the work of Torrig.
But they're
we're
upstairs.
boned. We're boned. We're boned. He's now pacing once again. He's like lightly knocking his head against the wooden wall. Ah!
Oh boy.
Does
What
anyone
kind of
have
worms?
handcuffs?
What kind of worms were they? Were they like small worms or were they hostile? What were they?
Its teeth, they were like yours. Well, not yours, but like yours. And he points to Bakar. Or even yours. And he points to Chicken Tendy.
Show them the tooth necklace is like these.
No, like the ones in your head. It didn't have eyes. Her nose, it just grinned at me. I swear it waved. We need to go. It knows we're down here.
Well, why don't you guys head into the old bathroom exit then and prepare for escape?
Fine, that's disgusting, but fine. And they disappear underground and they slam the gridded gate shut. And then you hear a muffled, "Get those damn pearls!"
Sure.
Meow meow, you want to help me get those pearls?
Sure. I keep one though.
Same here, of course.
All right.
And you both hear in the back of your head, "Sure, whatever, just go get the pearls."
Meow 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 meow. All right.
You all feel a heavy stomach.
Gross.
You're sickened.
Won't be the first time. I am a cat.
You are a cat. Yeah, you're definitely a
Professional
cat.
hairball.
So what's everyone doing now?
I would
Well-
prefer not to split the party,
Same.
Yeah.
but I do
So,
think we need to
let's-
get those pearls.
I'll go upstairs then, like we were planning. I was getting ready for whatever awful thing was coming through the door, but it seems like we've got a hot second, so we should go upstairs and fight these human tooth worms.
I mean,
Get some pearls of power.
it's not as bad as you think. You know, we've all had worms at one point in our lives.
Yeah, with
Bakar
you-
and Tendy, as you start to catch up, you notice out of your peripheral view that there are now hands clawing at the gap they've made in the doorway, trying their best to wrench the door from the hinges. It seems futile for now, but only for now.
Is there any stray furniture on the way?
Nothing of heavy weight. The spare stool here and there, chunks of wood that have been broken off of furniture.
The stuff that we cleared from the stairwell.
Oh yeah. There's 8-foot long tables. There's like a lot of stuff.
Can I throw that in front of the bathroom door?
Yeah, you can take the time to throw a couple.
Yeah.
whatever's outside now is now letting out a low moan. And you can hear a heavy saliva agent in the voice. It's almost like a slurp. It's disgusting. I should have just named this campaign It's Disgusting. Okay. All right, so everyone's heading upstairs?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to pull everyone over to upstairs.
Begrudgingly.
Let me double check it before. Okay, we're good.
You say begrudgingly.
No, that's
You seem excited to fight toothworms.
No, I mean I have experience fighting worms, but
Only on a personal level.
right, yeah. I mean, how big can they be?
As you make your way up these stairs, it's still difficult terrain as you're now using the banister effectively to stay on your feet. Let me get you all in the stairwell. And just as you reach the top floor, you hear one more thud. It sounds close. Oh, there's two of you. That's not good.
No, it's fine. Keep it. No.
Yeah,
I want 2 actions per turn.
You don't need it.
That's just mirror image. It's okay.
Chicken Teddy's outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just scale the building real quick.
Yeah. Chicken Tendy, to him, we all look like we have 2 copies.
Okay. So, you notice it's much darker up here. Those of you who have dark vision or low light vision, you can see fine, but those of you who don't, you would be at disadvantage for your perception checks and ranged attacks.
Are we trying to sneak around up here or just walk around normal?
Good question.
Should probably try to be sneakier about it.
You can be quieter, but pretty much anything that is around already is probably awake because the whole building's shuddering.
Because I was gonna light up our area if we weren't trying to be sneaky.
To make it easier for you guys, I'm going to draw little yellow lines where doors are. The lighting that I put on it makes everything kind of blend. Just for my players, because I love you.
So DM, after the break,
Yep.
we've been playing something a little fast and loose, and I think we should RP a fix for it after the break.
Okay, sure. I'm sure I'm messing something up. That's why I'm
I'm messing it up because I've never played a sorcerer before. We should have been rolling wild magic surges off of spells that are above first level.
I know.
I've been making mistakes.
Oh no, I know. I knew this whole time. I've
There's
been not
DM
doing
discretion.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice of the DM. Now that I have that thread, that might explain why my magic might be wild now.
That's the plan, pal. We're on the same page.
There we go.
We're on the same page.
There we go. Especially after I wove it in with my focus.
Yeah,
I fell right for the trap.
Yeah, the wild magic effects are really brutal that low of a level, so I kind of just, whatever. You're new at this. Who cares?
Yeah.
But yeah, so don't worry. You're going to get a taste of that soon.
What, you mean you don't want to have fireball blow up in your face?
Right in front of your friends.
It's fine. I'll walk out of another room like nothing ever happened because I have 9 lives.
Permanently forget a spell.
Oh god.
You know.
Did the fox tell us where his room was?
No.
He said it was to the left of the stairs as soon as you enter the hall, but that was actually me giving the wrong directions. His directions were intended to lead you to this room here.
Oh.
That said, when you all get up there, I want you to make perception checks.
So DM, I have a funny thing to bring up again. So
Go ahead.
when I scrolled down the map and I saw that the people who were outside are now just skeletons.
Yes. I had to remake the map because I didn't save the original file. So I had to literally count squares to make sure it matched. But anyway, yeah, whatever.
So for perception, I got a 17.
Okay, so
13.
17, 5. That's hold on, that one's in athletics. Who rolled that? Oh, okay, those are old. Those are old.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So what is it again? So we got a 17.
Yep.
And then what'd you
10.
get, Camellia? 10 for
13.
Bakar. 13. Okay, we're all positive.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, very positive. And then we got the 5 for Chicken Tendy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, is that everyone? Did we get Meow Meow?
I was 17.
17. Okay. So yeah, you all rolled pretty well overall. Have any of you played Resident Evil 4?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you remember the regenerator enemies?
Ugh.
hmm
The shivering hiss as they breathe? That's what you hear echoing through the halls. Now, I'm not going for copyright strikes here. We're not encountering those. Those don't exist here, at least not yet.
We're definitely not going to show a picture of that.
Right, definitely not. We're definitely not tagging Capcom in the stream. But anyway,
Yeah.
you hear the same noise. That hushed hiss, inhale of a breath, and the shudder as it lets it back out. It's resonating through the halls, louder than it should be for something that sounds like breathing.
Mm.
I all want you to make wisdom saving throws.
Oh, great. Well, I'm not a flat on that.
Good.
But...
Not a good one.
Okay.
Eh.
The DC is 13.
Oh, I
Yeah.
got 13.
Okay.
I did not get 13.
I see that. I just figured I'd say it out loud. So just tell me if you met or went over a 13.
Met it.
Beat it.
Okay.
Beat it.
Of course you did. Beat
I
it.
met
Yep.
it.
Met it.
Barely, though. I got a 13.
Was it? Is it just Chicken Tendy you failed?
I think so.
Yeah, it is. It is. Chicken Tendy, you kind of start rubbing your hands nervously. You're terrified. You don't know of what yet, but when you see it,
no.
you'll be under the effects of frightened.
Sure. Which that's not full on fleeing from the target. That's terrifying, right? Or is
I
that
believe-
frightened? Frightened just disadvantage on a whole bunch of stuff or something? Unless I'm missing. I don't really know in this particular version.
Here, I'll do this. C and V, baby. There you go. Why is that just to me? Hold
I
on.
saw it.
We see
You
it.
saw it? Okay. All right. I'm not sure
Okay,
if it's
yeah,
secret or
but
not. Okay.
It's
But yeah.
disadvantage on things. And I can't move towards it. Okay.
Right. Once you see it, you're frozen in fear. Okay. So as we continue, you still hear the soft chanting outside. It's softer due to the distance. And there's a significant chill in the air as this chanting has gone on this long.
I look at the car. I got a bad feeling about this. Why don't you take the lead?
Alrighty. This is his room, right?
Yes.
I go over to Tendy, and I'm like, "You all right?"
Are you guys making stealth checks?
I only moved like one step, but I will if you want.
You guys can make stealth checks if you'd like. In retrospect.
Okay.
I will make mine with disadvantage.
I have 24.
14.
Not bad.
22.
I'm uncomfortable with moving any further, so I'm gonna
6.
stay.
You got a 6, Bakar?
Yep.
At disadvantage. They have a passive perception of 8, and you didn't beat it.
Oh no.
So, Bakar, you hear a heavy thud at the door behind you. And once again, another heavy thud. And then I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as this door flies off its hinges at you.
17.
Okay, you're able to dodge either right or left out of the way. Now, most of the items you guys were given required attunement, and you're not attuned yet. So just remember that. And with that, you see creeping out of this door frame here is a long, round, pale, snake-like form made out of thin skin with necrotic green veins underneath. And then it turns its head towards you all, and you see no nose, no eyes, no ears, but an uncannily human smile grin at you. Roll initiative.
DM, how long has it been since our last encounter?
Probably about 40 minutes.
Beautiful.
30, 40 minutes. Is there something you would have done in the meantime?
No, but that just means Dragon's Breath's still up.
Oh, cool. Okay. Sorry, I'm learning how to play D&D right now. Hold on.
Oh,
there we
God.
go. There's that. So I had to just for transparency. These have the stats of a purple wormling, but they are in fact a spawn of Torig. And they
That
don't
thing looks like it
Yeah.
should be on Sesame Street.
It's really cute. It's the
Yeah.
only like baby wormling I could find. I couldn't find anything else that looked appropriate. Anyway, so I'm going to roll the initiative tracker out. There we go. Add a turn. Oh wow! Holy shit! I know. Good luck, guys.
I rolled a nat 20, so I'm good.
You are good. You're great, even.
I got a 7 because I have
Um,
disadvantage.
I'm going to roll perception checks for the other 3 thuds you heard. One of them being at disadvantage.
Remember who you are, cheeky and Tandy.
A terrified dwarf.
That one, technically a pass. That one's a
Why-
fail. This one's going to be at disadvantage.
Why
So
did
that's a
I
fail.
have... Oh, okay. I was wondering why I had a yellow box around me there for a second.
Does anyone know how to do a secret initiative? Oh yeah! Wow, you can do that. Wow.
Oh, no.
That's
I
awesome.
think it's in the character sheet. You just have it whispered to DM.
Well, I think if it's on the GM layer, it just doesn't show up.
That too.
Yay.
That showed up.
I don't know why. That's the wrong stat block. Interesting. Pay no mind to the man behind the curtain.
Yep.
That's fine. We're definitely not fighting death.
Wow. Can you guys see that?
Negative.
That's nuts. Yeah.
Yeah.
He just
I'm keeping
dies.
it. Yeah, he
Someone
just has a
says-
heart attack and dies.
Somebody wrote in the chat, put a copy on DM layer. Yes. So yeah, you can put a copy on the DM layer.
Thank you, Mr. James Norse. I don't know how to do that because I'm bad at everything. So
Just
Send-
copy and paste.
send me a
Joe.
DM, pal.
Hit up my
Maybe,
DMs on Twitter.
Yeah, maybe after the stream you can teach me how to be a DM. I'm gonna need it. Okay, that said, yes, thank you, Joe. All right, sorry. Back on track here. Back on top. Guido, you need to stop rolling so high initiatives for someone who is literally a turtle.
I add my intelligence modifier to my initiative rolls in addition to my dex mod.
Do you want to know why it's happening this way? He's actually at the very time he rolled initiative for the first time, he was last, so he's always first in the next round. And it carries over every encounter.
How
Makes
was it last encounter?
No, it's like a non-canon explanation.
Oh yeah, I like that though.
Tortoise in the hair.
I secretly have Gift of Alacrity on me at all times. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Okay, so Guido, it is now your turn.
Okay.
I think for this battle, I'm not going to turn on the exciting music. It's too eerie. We need this to be eerie.
No, I want it. Give it to me.
It's like Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Give me that music.
Not knowing what's in that room, did I hear those other thuds?
You heard all of the thuds downstairs, yes.
Oh, so that was all downstairs, nothing up here.
No, you were downstairs when all the thuds happened. You remember? It's
Yeah,
like all
okay.
of a sudden.
Yeah, nope, I gotcha. I'm just gonna kind of peek around into the doorway and just acid breath this worm.
Okay. So that is a dexterity saving throw, correct?
Correct.
16.
Yeah, you succeed. So you take half damage.
Okay. Oh, I need to do.
10, so 5 acid after it was halved.
All right. 5 damage. And this is. Okay. Is that your turn?
Yep, I'm gonna stay right where I am.
Okay. Bakar, it's your turn.
Bakar's going to move up in front of the door, basically blocking it from getting out, and cast Armor of Agathis.
Okay. That's a good one. All right.
And I think that's it.
Oh, that's an action? I could be wrong, but I thought that was a bonus action.
I think because it's racial, it's an action.
I don't think that affects how the spell operates.
It says action anyway.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I mean, rules is rules. Okay. Fair enough. All right. So if that's your turn, it is now that wormling's turn. And it is going to do its multi-attack. It's going to first try to chomp down at you on its oddly white and straight teeth. It's a dental hygienist at heart. And then it will try and tail whip you with its stinger from over the back of its head. So that bite is a 15. That'll miss. And the stinger is an 11, which will also miss. You're just deflecting its blows off your breastplate. You're too strong and too cool. It doesn't stand a chance.
Nice.
Nice. Meow Meow, it's now your turn if you'd like to do something sorcerous. Please.
Even if I move, though, I don't know. Will I have any sort of line of sight?
Well, I don't block you guys. I just block them.
Right. 2, 3. 2, 3. Oh, okay. I'm gonna go here, and then relative to me, how big is Bakar?
Bakar, well, you're a small creature. He's a medium creature. So
Okay.
he's
5'11".
almost. Yeah, he's about twice your height.
Okay. But I can kind of go kitty corner to the entryway of the door. Like I see this thing.
I would say. Do you have spell sniper?
I do not believe I do.
Okay, so technically he's providing a soft -2 to your attack roll there.
Okay.
Or I think it's technically +2 to the worm's AC. I think that's technically how it works. I don't know.
I'm not a doctor.
Does his yarn being a war mage thing counteract that? Because the wand of the war mage bypass the stuff.
I'm not attuned to it.
Right.
Oh, I forgot it was attunement. My bad.
No problem. All right, so let's go with that then. Even though there is it's not super great, I think I'm still going to try to fire off I think I'm going to fire off a chromatic orb.
Okay, what level is that?
It's a level 1. Now,
Okay.
now, if I'm not attuned to it, will it be flaring up my wild magic?
I would say yes. You've
Okay.
already been affected by it.
Okay. Ooh, it's poisoned. I'm gonna punch that fox guy in the face. All right. All right.
Okay.
But I feel nothing, like thematically.
You know, you could use Tides of Chaos. You've never used it actually. Now that you're
Right.
bringing up your new wild magic powers,
Right.
just keep it in mind for when you want to use it. But yeah. So what was the result? Sorry.
It was gonna be chromatic orb, and I hadn't rolled because we were resolving all the. So it's gonna
Okay.
be a 15.
A 15 hits.
Well, is it? I'm sorry. Yeah, it's
Is
fine.
it-
A
yeah.
15 hits. So it's gonna be for elemental type. I think I'm gonna go with lightning
Okay.
because I'm gonna kind of like, you know, bounce it off of the floor. You know what I mean? But not really. You
Get
know.
some kinetic
J-
energy going.
Yeah, yeah. Like the X-Men.
Ah, yeah. Just like Space Jam. Very
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. There we go.
Cartoon
Exactly.
cat bouncing balls. Yes.
Like the Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
what the kids like.
Fighting
Like
the
Sylvester,
monster.
Yes.
What? All right. I got a 16 damage
16 damage it is.
with lightning.
Lightning. And you release your stream of crackling blue energy, and you see for a second it just covers this thing in blue light in a flashing strobe pattern. And then it settles to a normal albino pause and gazes at you right over Bakar's shoulder and just licks its weirdly human lips.
1, 2, 3, 5. All right. So I take like a little half step back after it does that.
Yeah. Okay.
These are much bigger than the worms that I had.
Yeah, they're quite larger this time.
Yeah, yeah.
Cavella, it's your turn now.
Okay, so I'm gonna scoot down here next to Bakar, and I'm going to pull out of my pocket the little bit of fur that I pulled off Meow Meow a while
Okay.
back when we were in the sewer. And I'm going to cast Enhance Ability on Bakar, and I'm going to give you Bear's Endurance, which gives you an advantage on Constitution checks, and you also get temporary 2d6 hit points.
Ooh, that's a good pick. That's a very good pick.
Does that stack with Armor of Agathis?
I think when it comes to temporary hit points, they never stack, but you can take the larger amount.
Okay.
So if she rolls lower than your Armor of Agathis, you don't have to take that one. And either way, you still have that however much damage reflect when you get attacked.
Okay.
Even if it does replace, like you still have the armor on.
So that would be 6 hit points.
Okay, Armor of Agathis gave me 10.
Okay.
Okay, so you can just
You
keep
still get
that.
the Constitution, though.
All right, cool.
And to give you a little insight, it might come in handy.
So when Camellia uses my fur to cast a spell, I look at my own like paws, and I'm just like, I knew the magic was in me the whole time.
You are literally a sorcerer. Yes, that is
You know?
true.
You can't harvest my parts. Can't
Yeah.
harvest my parts for magic.
You're
I don't
definitely
like it.
greater than the sum of your parts.
And then
Okay. Oh, yep. Go ahead. Sorry.
before I end my move, I'm just going to move down a little bit further away from the door.
Okay. Chikan Tendi, it's your turn. I would say you haven't technically seen it yet, and even at this point, you don't. Now
So
you
this
do.
is the thing that I'm definitely scared of then.
Yeah, you see it smile, and for a second, in its teeth, you see your own frightened reflection. And realizing yourself in your frightened state, it just locks you right up with fear.
Let's see.
And for a second,
Disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls. I'm not even going to pretend that I can throw a dart. Like the fear has gripped me, and I will go ahead and trying to think of what it's called here.
at the end of your turn, you can make that
Defensive
wisdom
act
save
dodge.
again.
I'll
Okay,
take
so you're
the
taking,
take the
okay.
dodge action. Yep.
That's a good move. Okay. And if it's the end of your turn, you can make that wisdom saving throw again.
Okay.
Ooh, okay, and now you are immune to that fear. You've bolstered against it.
Duck down, summon my wisdom and strength, mental fortitude, shake it off.
You are drunk, yes.
Mhm.
Too drunk to care, even though it definitely just stuck up a very scrawny little baby-sized hand and waved at you.
Gross.
Okay, Camellia, to your south, right about here, that door flies off the hinges just as the one near Bakar did. And this fella reveals himself to be in the initiative. It's another one. He is going to actually start to move out of the room. It's 5, 10, 15, 20, and approach you.
Oh
Oh
boy.
God.
And he's going to make his multi-attack, which is a bite and then a stinger. Does a 15 hit you?
It does.
Oh boy. So that's 10 piercing damage, and you have to make a DC 13 dexterity saving throw or be swallowed by this thing.
I just rolled a natural 19, so I think I'm okay.
Okay, you're good. That's good. You avoided the worst of it. It is now going to make its tail stinger attack with an 11. That should miss, correct?
Yeah, that misses.
Okay, good. You guys see Camellia gloriously 1v1ing a albino purple Taurig wormling. And Guido, it's now your turn.
Okay, I'm going to move. I'm gonna move there for right, or no, I'll move right up.
Wow,
And
brave.
as I'm moving, I'm going to cast Magic Missile at all 3 blasts at that one.
All right. Now, technically, when you roll damage for Magic Missile, you're supposed to roll once and do that damage for the same bolt, but I'll let you do it however you want to do it.
Okay.
I guess that's how you're supposed to do any attack that has multiple, like, beams or bolts.
Yeah.
Crawford, I don't know.
Does my Wand of the War Mage trigger? Do I get the extra D4 cold damage on these?
Yes, you do.
So would that just be an additional 1d4 per, or same as this, where it's just roll once?
Well, wait, what's the condition? Does it require an attack roll to
Well,
do
that
the?
I sent you a message because I couldn't remember. It didn't translate properly.
I would
so-
say it does. I would say it does.
Okay, so I want to get it on Magic Missile.
No, I would say it does trigger. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Wow, Magic Missile's really good now. What did I do? Oh no. You guys can just go home, I guess. Turtle's got it now.
5 force damage, 3 cold damage for the first dart, missile, whatever.
Okay, one moment. So 5 and what?
3 cold.
Okay.
And then if I'm keeping that 5, do you want me to re-roll the extra d4 for the cold damage?
If you're going with the roll once ruling, I would roll that once as well.
Okay, so then just 5 and 3 then.
So
for all 3.
Okay, I gotcha. Wow. Wow.
And then
There goes like half its health.
what is my shell defense is an action. Never mind. Okay, that's all I can do right now.
Okay. Bakar, it is your turn.
I think seeing Camellia get attacked, I am going to cast protection from good and evil on her.
Okay. What does that do again? Sorry.
Until the spell ends, one willing creature. Ooh, shit. Didn't see touch.
Okay, I mean, you can take it back, obviously. You can't cast it from there.
Yeah.
You just see Bakar reach out and go, ooh, never mind.
So close, but so
You
far away.
moved.
Ooh.
Okay, I guess it's gonna be a shove attack on the one that I'm facing to push him into the room.
Okay, a shove, so 5 feet back or prone?
5 feet back.
Okay, so he would contest that with strength. So go ahead and do your athletics.
Natural 20 plus athletics is +2, so 22.
Wow, okay. I'm going to roll it just to see if he even can beat it thematically. Okay, he can't anyway. So, yeah, he is 5 feet back. Okay, that's your action.
Then I would follow him in so we can figure out what's going on.
You
Is
are
there
extremely heroic.
any other guys in here?
In there, no. The room seems barren, almost as if it wasn't used before all of this happened. There is, however, like noticing out of your peripheral, there's an open book on the table. You're unable to discern its contents from there.
All right, I guess that's my turn.
Okay, it's that wormling again is going to take a bite action at Yubakar, and that's a 24. So I
That
need you to make
hits.
your DC 13 Dexterity saving throw and take 9 piercing damage. I take damage, correct, because of your armor?
Yes, 10.
Oh wow, jeez. All right.
You
All
said
right.
17 dex?
13.
17 dex.
Okay, so you beat it. Gotcha. All right, you are not
And how
swallowed.
much
And
damage?
9.
All right.
Yeah. So you see as he clamps over your shoulder and just barely digs into you, his whole like weird head just covers in ice for a second, then shatters off, and now he's going to try and whip at you with his tail. That's a 20. That hits, correct?
Meat.
All right, that is 5 piercing, and you need to make a DC 13 Constitution saving throw, which you have advantage on because of Camellia.
Natural 20 plus 3.
Wow. Get him out of the way now.
And Armor of Agathis is gone, but you still take 10 damage.
And with that, he is left reeling. For how much damage you've done to him just with Armor of Agathis, I'll say that he is effectively covered in ice and immobile, but still alive. You've now frozen him at both ends.
Gross. Or
unless. What was your con save?
Mine?
Yeah.
It was 23.
Oh, amazing. Look at you. Look at you go. You're a shining star. Okay, Meow Meow, it's your turn.
I'm
He's
more.
still providing cover through the doorway.
Right. I'm more worried about Camellia and Guido.
That's fair.
protect her. I can protect her as needed.
But I'm gonna use
Milady.
What? Gross. So I'm gonna.
Creepy.
I know. Yeah. No. That's not happening. So I'm gonna use my my meta magic.
Okay, cool.
Um.
And remember, you have 50% more rounded
No,
up.
I don't. No, I don't.
Oh, that's right. No, we don't.
Because
You guys didn't want
I didn't have time to
yourself out.
attune to it, Dungeon Master. So
You never will.
I know that's the ultimate troll. So
got
I'm
him.
gonna use Twin Spell, but I'm gonna use it on my Eldritch Blast so it only uses 1 sorcery point instead of 2, like it would for Chromatic Orb. And I'm gonna branch the Eldritch Blast 1 through the doorway and then 1 down the hall.
Twin spell for Eldritch Blast.
Yes.
That's a great combo. Okay.
Yep.
Go ahead.
I'll roll for the one
for
in the
both
room
of them,
first.
you still have disadvantage due to all the bodies that keep getting in the way.
Yeah, it's a real problem. I have disadvantage. I thought it was just a reduction.
Oh yeah, you're right. It is a reduction. You're correct. I'm an idiot. Don't listen to me.
Is it negative
yeah.
2?
Yeah, it's -2 for light cover, half cover, whatever it's called.
Okay. For the one in the room, that's going to be a 14. That's with it's 16 -2.
Okay, so I just double checked with the rule. It just gives them +2 bonus to AC and Dex saves.
Okay.
So they have an AC of 14 right now.
So the 16 hits.
Yes, it does.
Okay, and then do you want me to roll the damages independently or together? Considering they're two different
it's up to you.
instances. Okay.
It's up to you, yeah.
I'll see if the other one hits.
Okay.
That one was wow. Okay, that's an 18. So
yes, you're getting quite good at these.
I got a +5, so it's really helpful. So let's see here. The one in the room is going to be for 7.
Okay.
And then the one down the hall is going to be for 6.
Okay, so that's that, and that is that. Okay, Bakar, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw as this Eldritch Blast hits the worm in front of you somehow over the shoulder, and almost like a balloon, it's ripped open and starts spewing black smoke or gas all throughout the room in the immediate area. It'll be a Constitution save of 12 that you need to make. It's pretty low.
With advantage, right?
Yeah, you still have the Bear's Endurance.
13.
Yeah, 12. You beat the 12, so you're good, and that is dead.
Nice.
Okay, and you just copied the damage, right? 6 for each or whatever?
No, it was 7 for the one in the room and 6 for the one down the hall.
Okay, well, that would have killed him either way. All right. All right. Meow Meow, that's your turn, yeah?
Yep.
All right, Camellia, what are you going to do? This thing's looking at you funny.
Yeah. He looks funny.
Yeah, funny, yes.
Yeah.
Terrifying, also, yes.
So I'm going to back away using my disengage action.
Okay, not a bad idea.
And come to about here. And I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery.
I believe that costs an action to do.
Yes. My disengage is my bonus action.
Oh, that's right. You're a fawn. Of course. You're disengaged as hell. Congrats. My bad. I haven't played with, or I haven't had a fawn player yet. Sorry. But yes, go ahead. Vicious Mockery, and that's a Wisdom saving throw, right?
Yes.
Oh, well, they're none the wiser. So let's see how we can do this. A 2. I'm guessing that doesn't meet it, right?
Nope.
Okay, well, I'll take what I can.
So then it takes only 2 psychic damage, but it has advantage on the next attack roll that it makes before the end of its next turn.
Okay, so how much psychic damage? 2?
Yeah, just 2.
Okay. It's the effect you really want.
Yeah.
All right. He's licking his lips, and he didn't find it too funny, honestly. He's offended.
Well, he looks funny, so hey.
he just doesn't feel the same. Chicken Teddy, it's your turn.
Chicken Teddy is going to attempt the Captain Caveman again. He's going to charge right down the whole hallway and hit it with a club.
You're beautiful.
22.
Wow. Oh my god, you're gonna kill it. You're just gonna kill it.
7. Second attack.
Okay. Yeah. Oh.
With the club. 19.
Welcome to the club.
5.
Okay, I hate to be a stickler. I'll let you keep the damage, but technically one of those has to be unarmed.
That's okay.
Okay, so the second one could be unarmed.
Sure. It's a kick.
or-
Fly in with the club, return with a kick.
So, how would you like to do this?
I
can't
like to
believe-
think that I got a good running start from behind Meow Meow, and about 5 feet away, I leapt into the air, club first, hit it in the head, or toothy maw, whatever the closest proximity to head is, smushed the teeth, and then gave it a little kick on the way down.
So
You're
you.
like Captain Caveman. It's terrible.
Oh, you beat me to it, you son of a bitch.
Captain Caveman!
All right, and with such, you slam its face right into the wood flooring beneath you, and splinters fly up from the floor, and it is just crumpled. I need you and Guido to make that DC 12 Constitution saving throw. As once again, its ruptured parts are now just spewing smoke.
19.
19 out of 15. You guys are good. All right. Yeah, well done, guys. That'll be it for initiative for now. I'm gonna
Can I
keep
grab
this
that
order.
book?
Because it's 9 o'clock.
Yeah, you can get that book. It seems to be a journal of sorts. From you would imagine it's a female perspective. No names are given because it'd be kind of weird to write your own name in a journal. But she seems to be talking about her husband and her child. Zakara is the male's name, and she refers to this child as little darling. And she says something along the lines of they're planning to go to the market today and leave her little darling with Rockmane so she can continue playing with the horses in the stables.
Do you think this is that little
Can I do
girl?
Can I do a cursory glance to see if there's any like familial possessions around?
There is a chest behind you that's unlocked, and in there are clothes. The threads and the specific type of weaves are draconic in nature. There are obviously holes for a tail in the pants, and there is a crude iron tiara meant for a child's head. And there's a small stuffed animal in the chest that it's shaped like a dragon egg with a crack towards the top going all around the top crown of the egg. And if you kind of pull on it, it reveals inside the stuffed egg is yet another stuffed baby dragon.
I will take all that stuff and throw it in my pack.
Okay. You're able to stuff all of that in there, including the book?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're able to stuff all of it in there. Your pack is starting to get a little full with all of your days' worth of rations and everything, but you're going to make it work. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and remove all that. Okay. You guys still hear that breathing, but it doesn't sound as close anymore.
Do we want to do our break at 9?
I think that's a great idea. So thank you all of my lovely watchers, now that I can actually see the chat and notice you watching. We'll be back in 10 or 15 minutes or so, probably 15. And we'll continue with the Scourge of Flesh. But I definitely need a sip. So I'll be right back, guys. Thanks for playing. We'll continue in just a minute.
Gross.
And we're back with some more Scourge of More Flesh. More Scourge of More Flesh. Our party just killed a couple pallid purple wormlings, agents of Torag, it seems. Though Chicken Tendy got a little nervous, a little scared. Everything's going pretty well for the guys, despite not really having a rest in a while. As we continue, we still feel the second story floor of the well-worn-in shaking and quaking, causing difficult movement for our party. With that said, they still hear the hushed sucking of air through whatever gross people teeth probably worms have somewhere on this floor. What are we doing, guys?
Gotta get those pearls out of that room.
Yeah, we gotta
Okay.
get that. Gotta get that room.
I'm gonna personally chug a healing potion first.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Get that.
That's done. Go ahead and heal yourself. 2d4 plus 2. Bakar, you're able to get that door right open. And as you do, the room is empty. There is a small lead box on the table in front of you. It seems to be locked by the large, some sort of golden alloyed metal, forming a padlock on the front of it.
You know, have a backpack?
Sorry, what?
Does Guido have a backpack?
He
I think
does.
everyone starts with a backpack, yeah.
All right, let's just stuff it in Guido's bag and go.
It's his turn.
This is the thing, right?
Okay. You can go ahead and see. Other than that, on the table there are what appears to be scrolls and scribblings.
I would like to check out those scrolls.
So, I don't know if this is the rule, but I know you'll succeed anyway. So, go ahead and make an Arcana check.
+5 to that. 18.
Okay, with an 18, you're able to realize that these are both fairly common second level spells. One is for Misty Step and one is for Web.
That's a good one, guys. I really like Misty Step.
Yeah, me too. It's great. And with that, there are other scribblings on the table. There is a chest in his room as well. And there's an oddly untouched bed.
Can I feel it? Is it soft?
Yeah, it's just as soft as any bed you've ever known.
Nice.
Maybe even better.
Which room are we in again? The one with Bakar in it? The token?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
I'm in the room where I can pry the most teeth out of a worm.
Oh, God.
Okay. I need you to make a strength check. And I'll just do one strength check for both worms.
18.
Okay, and you get about 18 teeth the size of your hands. I don't know what you're going to do with them, but you have them. They're similarly shaped to your front two teeth. They're just that
figure it out.
square shape, yeah.
18 worm teeth.
Yeah, good luck peddling those.
I look over at Guido, and did Guido pick up the lead box?
Well, yeah,
I put
Guido.
I put it in Guido's bag.
Yeah, it's
Well,
in my bag.
I'm wondering if maybe it had like a gold lock, right?
Yes.
It
I
seems
wonder-
to be golden alloyed, at least, yeah.
I wonder if Tin Cup's hungry.
Oh, I open my little bag and I look down at Tin Cup and I ask if he's hungry.
He just starts grooving. That's the best way I can explain it. Like, he's now like bobbing and flailing his little baby flails. They kind of look like baby rattles at this age.
Do we
I'm
wanna-
gonna groove with
Right.
him.
It's almost impossible not to. So yes, you groove with him. He's loving life. Yeah, he seems to be well in your care.
Guys,
'Cause
I'm gonna be the best mom ever.
because I'm wondering if maybe he's hungry and he might be able to eat that lock off.
What does a weird echo snail eat?
Probably metal, right?
I
Well,
mean,
you do remember that the larger version of him was rather obsessed with shiny antiquities like gold.
Well, I'm gonna pick up Tin Cup and I'm gonna hold him in front of it and see what happens.
So, much akin to a snail, he slowly slithers, I guess, towards this lock, and then he kind of just wraps his soft body around it, and you can see him kind of like pulsate. He seems to be working at it in some shape or form, and he makes cute little taps on the top of the lead box with his flails as he's doing so.
Well,
I'm,
soon those pearls will be ours, boys.
I'm just gonna gently whisper to my little guy and be like, "You can do it. I believe in you."
All five of you. Sorry, yeah, there's five of you. I'm just bad at counting. All five of you then hear once again Zakivius speaking into your minds, and he says, "Um, I think I have good news. We're currently hiding in the bathroom. I've been contacted by Lady Vesterogna. She's from the assembly."
Wonderful news.
Do you say that out loud?
No, I think it.
Okay.
I'm
I was
actually
just wondering.
hard at work trying to figure out how to make a hat out of teeth.
Ugh.
Ooh, the cuspid crown.
Yes.
Oh, I love it. I
Definitely
hate it, but I love it.
very crunchy.
Yeah, crunchy. The crunch hat. Okay. So there's the good news. There is still a lot left unexplored that you'd be unaware of up here. It's up to you guys. What are we doing?
Are we allowed to telepathically respond?
So the way you've seen it work, or at least Meow Meow has seen it work, is that
Mhm.
you can think whatever you want. You just don't know if he's listening.
Okay,
There's
I'm
no way to-
gonna
Yeah, you
think.
can't project.
Does he need anything else but the pearls from the room?
Oh, you got the pearls from the room.
Have no idea. We got the box.
That should do it. Does it rattle still?
I don't
Have
want
no
to shake
idea. I
it.
don't have it.
I don't want to shake it because he's eating.
Who's eating? You're all worrying me. Do I need to come up there?
Sure.
No.
You were afraid to come up here in the first place.
I'm guessing since you have the time to speak and aren't worrying about whatever it is you saw that scared you so much, you're not currently in the act of dying.
I let out a really loud scream in my mind.
You can't get louder in your head. I've gone over this already.
You've never fought a cat before.
I have actually. But that's a story for another day, young one. Rakshasas are no good down there.
I'm just meow 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 meow.
And he,
But no one else knows
No
it.
reply. Right.
No one else
no
knows
reply.
it because
You've
it's just
ruined
in
it.
my head.
You've ruined it for everybody.
He's also tapping into my deep thoughts about like what tooth should go what spot to like make the best hat.
You feel a mental presence, but it's silent.
Bakar will just look under the bed to see if there's anything there.
There is under the bed. There seems to be a metal pole. You can further inspect it. It's not just like a steel beam.
All right. Can I inspect it then?
Yeah. Go ahead and make history or arcana.
I'm super awful at both of those.
What could possibly go wrong?
12 minus 1.
Ooh, okay. Let me see if I can help you. So this straight black metal rod has a single, what seems to be button on one side. You go to withdraw this rod, and it's not moving.
Haha.
Can I push that button?
Yeah. And doing so, you notice the rod actually drops about a centimeter to settle on the floor.
Can I move it now?
Yes, it's about. Let me just double check the dimensions. I mean, we all know it's an immovable rod, but
What? No.
well, no way.
What is that?
It is?
It doesn't say. I'm gonna say it's about 2 feet long and about an inch in diameter.
It's roughly the same dimension as usual. Like that's all right. It's about the size like a ladder rung, more or less.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's almost like
I
a
know
per-
that's how a lot of people use it is the
Yeah.
infinity ladder. But yeah, so that's what you seem to have found. And attached to it is just you notice at the very end of it there's paper wrapped around it and then tied with a little piece of like twine.
So it looks like a scroll.
It looks like one, but it's not exactly big enough to be a scroll, or it definitely doesn't look as fancy. It looks like a note, really.
Alrighty. I'll bring it back to the smart people.
Okay. Smart people.
Don't clothesline
Talk down
yourself.
about yourself.
That definitely wouldn't be funny.
So, you guys are now presented with this odd metal rod with a horse at both ends. Now that I'm looking at the picture.
I jump back 5 feet.
Okay.
It looks disturbingly like a cucumber.
And with that being said, I'm going to sneak back here. And sleight of hands of a 17, put a cucumber behind him.
Is that a contested?
Yes, you can contest that with a perception check.
Oh, you it ain't happening with this. 23.
Watch him set a cucumber next to
What is
you.
wrong with you guys?
It was a critical. It was a 20. 20 plus 3.
You cannot scare the cat with this cucumber. He notices you slyly sliding it towards him.
It won't work this way, but I want to mage hand it and throw it across the room.
Sure.
I don't think you can throw with mage hand, can you?
I know you can use a bow with mage hand, so I'm sure you can toss a cucumber.
Okay. So I grab it and I throw it across the room.
Okay.
Nice try.
Oh boy, I just lost the cap to my soda. I'm gonna put that far away from me now.
Well.
Yep, that's all over now, pal.
Yep.
All right, so
the apocalypse can start now.
You so now that some time has gone by, you notice that tin cup has moved to the top of the lead canister and the lock is completely gone.
Good job.
And he takes down one of his flails and you see him like wipe a gold fleck off from whatever orifice he has down there and kind of just put it on his little baby shell.
Oh. What a good boy. I'm going to give him a kiss on one of his little flails.
Okay. You don't even have to make an animal handling check. He loves you.
Awesome. Now he's
Okay,
going to go right back in the bag.
right in the sack. All right, now let's go. Yes. So the box has no lock on it now.
Okay, I'm going to open it.
Okay, and in opening it, I want you to first make an Arcana check or a History check, whatever you prefer. Most of the time, they're the same with wizards like you.
Yep. 24.
Okay. So a 24 in either would have gotten you. These are pearls of power, but from what you've seen in your arcane learnings, these are huge. Pearls are like often the size of a human's thumbnail. I have to specify because you're a giant beast. But this one like fits in the the very pit of the palm of your hand. Like it's roughly 2 to 3 times the size of that, right? Of
Yep.
a normal one.
Right.
And there are 3 of them in there. He was telling the truth, surprisingly. And they're all accounted for. They're laying on a nice velvet cloth with some feathered cushion underneath on both sides of the canister to keep them from jiggling around and causing any arcane explosions.
Going to hand one to Mila and one to Meow Meow, and then hold on to one myself.
Okay. Now what's the plan?
I think we should get to poking around. Either that, or we need to go downstairs and meet back up with Stevia's.
Do we want to check the rest of the rooms or just go downstairs?
I would prefer like if we clear the room, nothing's gonna creep down the stairs, and then we know at least this
more gross
floor is
slugs
clear.
climb up here.
What's that?
Unless more gross slugs climb up here, because I don't think they were just upstairs.
Yeah.
So
It was funny that they were. How did what's his face there? And this is in character, by the way. How did what's his face even see them if he was only up here for like a second?
There's probably some in the hall.
Oh, around the corner.
Oh yeah.
So
Let's
let's
handle that. It's they're bad. A bad thing to have come down the stairs at us.
Okay, to remind you all of some things that have happened. When you were downstairs, you were alerted by thudding on the floor as if something had fallen and hit it. Large things. So that might clear up any questions you have. You also know that you haven't rested in a while. It's starting to get to the point where you're fatigued.
Mm-hmm.
And you do have the items you came here for. That said, you also know that whatever beasts lie up here have the ability to just throw a door right off its hinges. So there's some quick decision making that needs to be made. But as always, the agency is in your hands.
Make a quick sweep, and if there's nothing in the hallways, we should probably just head downstairs.
Well, could we check at least the rooms that have already occupied something, like the one down the hall over here?
Sure. I mean, we didn't really check this room either. I mean, somebody looked at a book, or Guido looked at a book in here for like a minute.
Oh no, I grabbed the book and all the little girl's belongings.
Oh, okay. So you did like a whole suite then.
Oh no, I just where the bedroom section was,
Sure.
not a whole suite.
Okay. Well, why don't we just do a little bit of within earshot, walking in and out of these rooms, and we'll see what's up.
Since I have disadvantage on stealth, I'm not going to really do a whole lot of walking around. I'm just going to stand next to the stairwell.
Fair enough.
Okay. Camellia, roll an investigation check.
That's going to be an 18.
18? With an 18, you find that this room was more than likely occupied by the stable hand that is sort of recently passed. There's a set of styling tools in the chest. There's also a hefty set of dwarven-made leather boots and a few sets of clothing. The boots are pretty tall for a dwarf, and they're kind of caked in mud. You also find it odd that there's no bed in here.
Well, I'm gonna at least take the clothes and put them as cushion for Tin Cup at the bottom of my bag.
Okay.
Since there's not much else
Okay.
really be seen.
Now, Mr. Tendy.
I'm not really exploring. I'm just making a sweep to see if there's anything alive in here still. Go all the way down and just kind of come back out. Because Guido said he already rifled through the stuff, and that was good enough for me. We're just
I think that was Picard who was in there because I wasn't.
Picard.
Make a perception check then, Chicken Tendy.
Sure. 22.
Okay. Good. I'm glad you succeeded. With a 22, you notice that the chanting stopped a while ago. You were in kind of the heat of battle and technically afraid when it must have stopped. But that recognizable chanting has gone completely silent.
So I guess while I'm in this room, can I have looked out the window?
Yes. Are you the one who looked out the window downstairs?
Yes.
Those same figures are standing out there. Now you have a bit of a better view. They seem to be people from all walks of life that have succumbed to whatever this is.
Okay.
But most of them look fresh, not even decaying. You can just tell by the way they're slanting their bodies and shambling that they're probably not themselves.
Okay. So as I leave the door, I approach Bakar before I head down with everybody else and let them know that it's like all the undead stuff outside is still there, not really moving around, but chanting stopped.
Guido, can you make me a perception check?
Perception?
Yes.
Shit.
Actually, sorry, I'm doing this wrong. What's your passive perception?
11.
11. Okay.
Does it matter that I'm in the room with him?
Yeah. What's your passive perception as well? That does matter.
13.
Okay. You both notice that there are flames creeping up the outside wall of the room you're in through the window.
Meow, do you have anything to combat flames?
What was that? You broke up a little bit.
Do you have anything to combat flames, like control flames or anything like that?
Not strictly. I don't think. It's not. It's.
yeah.
I do have prestidigitation, but that has to be a small campfire.
Thaumaturgy or like control flame is a whole spell.
Yeah. Nope, I do not have anything for big fire.
Can Bakar hear them talking?
Yeah, they're unless you're intentionally hushed, you're not hushed. And since it's so quiet up there as of right now, I mean, it's like, speaking in an empty house.
All right. I'd like to go look at the flames.
Okay.
Reminds me of home.
Right.
So, you look at those flames, and you notice now, right outside the front door. I have to actually add these guys in now. I didn't think I was going to have to. There. There's these fellas. I'll call them fellas. They are standing there. And it looks like these two magical-ish undead dwarves are performing a ritual with these two slimy Torig worms. They look identical to the ones you've killed.
So does it look like the side of the inn is on fire?
Yes, you have to peer through flames to see them. These flames are bright orange and they're hot. You feel the heat emanating from the window.
Okay. Can I ray of frost the flames?
Yes, but it would probably do just as much as ray of frosting the air because you're not hitting the source of the flame.
Well, I would want to look out and down into
Okay.
the fire.
There's a glass pane in your way. You can break it, but you feel unnoticed.
Yeah, I don't think I'll do that then. But I don't like the building on fire.
Sure. You do know that from at least what it looks like on the inside, most of this building is cobblestone.
Oh.
So, though the fire is clearly a hazard for a lot of reasons, it doesn't look like you're losing walls anytime soon.
So I guess since it's cobblestone, maybe it gives us a layer of protection.
Buys us some time.
Yeah, more than anything, it's buying you time. Three Little Pigs rules.
I think we should finish exploring the upstairs real quick, or get out of Dodge. I mean, it's really an A or a B at this
Yeah.
point.
Right. I'll return back to the stairs then.
Okay, let me look at this.
We can be real lazy about it and just yell, "Is any bad guys up here?"
I mean, yeah, you could be.
That's a way to do it.
Challenge them.
Okay, so what's the game plan, guys?
You want to go over to the other side?
Okay, so what's your marching order and method?
If we're all going, I'll go in front.
Our valiant knight returns.
Go behind him.
I don't need to be too close to the front because I have extra movement, so I can be somewhere in the middle. They don't really need me to bring up the rear. Not really behind us.
This hall is clear, and you don't get the heebie-jeebies. I don't know what I was going to continue with, but I'll just add that you didn't get the heebie-jeebies. Okay.
Should we be rolling stealth or no?
That's up to you.
I don't think so at this point. We're kind of in a rush. Like we've
I'm
thought
always
about our
rolling
plan
stealth.
and are kind of just trotting along now.
Okay.
I rolled a 21 for stealth,
And
even though it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I rolled loud as hell.
Nice.
Okay, let me just...
I rolled drunk dwarf in a tooth crown.
Okay. I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw.
Does mine sound better, by the way?
No.
May I use
17.
For funsies? Do I choose to use Tides of Chaos before or after I roll?
I'm not sure. Let me take a look at it. I have the rules pulled up.
Gain advantage. I think you gained the advantage before.
Right, so you'd have to be before you
Yeah,
roll.
let's spin the wheel. I'm gonna use it. Tides of Chaos.
Okay, so anytime before you regain the use of this feature. Okay, so it's now whenever you cast a spell at first level or higher, I can just make you roll on the wild magic table.
Okay.
But then once you do, you get to do Tides of Chaos again.
Okay.
So there's some clear benefits to it.
Oh, I'm glad I did, because my first one was a 6, but my second was 19.
Okay. Did anyone get lower than a 13?
I met it.
Oh, look at you again. Okay. So once again, you feel those familiar waves of fear, and for any of your characters that may have dealt with fear effects, you find it odd that you're being pressured with it again. It's often that you become immune, but for some reason you get that chill at the back of your spine that should have settled, but you press on anyway. Bakar, since you're standing at the end of the hall, I want you to make a perception check.
Seven.
Okay. Okay. Seems dark, but you're good.
Definitely nothing bad or dangerous in here.
No way. It's safe.
You don't see anything in the hall.
You do paladin stuff, right?
Can I listen to the door?
This one?
Yeah, the one that we're at. Because last time something blew through a door.
Okay. Since you probably know what you're looking for, go ahead and make a perception check with advantage.
That's a 13.
So you hear it, but it's not the same. It sounds almost like snickering, like a very light chuckle. And then from this door here, right behind you, you hear the light tapping of a finger on the wood. And a short, hushed, sloppy cackle.
Can I use my last divine sense?
Yes. And once again, it is revealed to you that there is a worm over here. Now, purple wormlings often aren't fiends, but for this purpose, it is very clearly a fiend. It seems pretty odd that it's supposedly toying with you.
So I'll just point to the door and indicate that there's something behind it.
I look at Bakar in motion with my foot, like kick the door in.
Freaking out for here and attacks if the door gets open.
Wow, that sounded awful.
Very
Can you repeat
awful.
It's not. That's worse.
It was worse, yeah.
Okay.
Hushed damn. Well,
So I guess we're gonna try and give this worm a surprise attack round. Kick the door in.
surprised is a condition that I'm sure you would assume would affect it here. Just tell me what
So
you're
I'll
doing.
just, when everyone's ready with whatever they're gonna do, I'll kick the door in.
Random point of order. It is almost 10 o'clock.
I feel like we'll be done with this quite soon.
Yeah, I keep giving Bakar the kick in the door. Just keep like giving him the boot. Yeah, go.
All right, I'll kick the door in.
As soon as you step in front of that door, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Well, damn.
That's a 4.
Ooh.
Extra
So
damage.
you take, let's see, I don't have a door die here. You take 6 bludgeoning damage as you are sandwiched between a door that's been thrown at you and the door behind you. This thing knew you were there, apparently, and it was waiting. So go ahead and roll initiative now. Wow, Jesus Christ, you're fast.
I'm gonna move so fast.
Super speed. Hold on, let me learn how to. Learn how to DM real quick. I'll be right back. It's take me an hour. Okay, terrible. 7. Terrible. You guys are terrible.
What?
In a good way now.
We're great. We're
Oh my goodness.
fine.
Fastest guns in the West. Okay.
That's actually the worst initiative I've rolled yet.
Stop. All
That
right.
is.
Chicken Tendy, it's your turn. You just saw Bakar become a Bakar sandwich.
Chicken is gonna get in there with a flurry of blows.
Okay.
So we got 13
That hits.
for a crit
Ooh.
for 10,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See, I told you it would be fine, even though it's almost 10.
and then a 10.
Okay, the 10 misses. Thank goodness.
So because of Way of the Drunken Fist or whatever the actual wording of that Drunken Master, I can do a 10-foot disengage. So I'm going to disengage here.
Okay, clever. Not bad. All right. That said, it is Guido's turn.
Okay.
Quick note: your dragon's breath is definitely gone by now.
Okay, I figured.
Yeah.
I'm going to do another magic missile.
Terrible. Why did I let you do this? Okay.
So 5 force and 2 cold per shot.
Okay, so 7 times 3.
Yep, 21.
Damn.
You're telling me, man. Wow. Okay. We might have to do some revising. Okay. That said, it is Jay's turn unless you have anything else you'd like to slap me with.
Nope, I don't have any bonus actions.
All right, Bakar, it's all you.
All right, I'm going to cast Protection from Good and Evil on myself,
Okay.
and then I'm going to charge the worm and do a shove or shield bash, whatever.
Shield bash. Okay. So you're turning to the worm and you're going to shield bash him right there?
Yeah,
Okay, and you're going to push him prone or push him back?
back.
Okay, so he's going to make his strength check to contest yours. I got a 22. Roll a
I
19.
got an 18.
Oof. Okay, so I believe the worst that happens is that he just doesn't get pushed.
Yep.
Okay. All right then. So that's him. Do you have anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Meow meow. It's all you.
All right. It's really not a. Is there any good angle in there? The door is gone, right?
Oh
Yes.
yeah, the door is gone. You'd probably have a better sight on this side over here, which you can move through an ally with no extra movement, so it's not a big deal.
All right.
Now you are within 5 feet, so your ranged spell attacks are at disadvantage.
What if I were to go here?
That'd be better. Yeah.
Okay.
And don't worry, I'm not gonna attack of opportunity. No, you're good.
Yeah, I was just kind of
Yeah,
calculating vectors. Yeah.
It's easy to forget little things like that.
You don't want to
Yeah.
swallow the cat?
Gone
No,
forever.
Yeah. Yeah, there's weirdness too because like I'm so small. All right, so I will I'm gonna fire off a chromatic orb. First level. Want to roll me that wild magic?
I really do.
I'm
So
saying.
I'll go ahead and roll it since I have like cool buttons over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is like at least this way it's like if the DM does it.
You cast confusion centered on yourself.
Oh, I thought I would have had to fail it.
Oh, is that how? Okay. Hold on. Let me look real quick.
No,
So
you have to
after
roll on the magic wilds. Oh, I see. I misunderstood. All right, no, that's fine. I cast confusion on myself.
yeah, 10-foot radius. But it is
Well,
wow,
Jesus.
4th level enchantment.
Oh,
Yeah.
this
Okay.
could go bad.
It's a wisdom saving throw with your spell DC.
Oh,
Mr.
that's
Cat.
not so bad.
What's your spell save? Meow meow.
I'm trying to find it. Where would
It's
I find
8
it?
plus proficiency plus your casting modifier, which would be charisma.
8 plus 3 plus what was the other variable? I have
It
8
would-
plus charisma.
Yeah, 8 plus charisma plus 3. But not the whole charisma, just the modifier. For you, it's probably a 3.
Yep.
Okay, so 8 plus 6 is 14. So you guys need to make a wisdom save of 14 if you're within 10 feet of Meow Meow right now.
So,
Everybody.
not to
Not
disappoint
everybody, okay.
everybody. Did you roll a 1 when you rolled your magic surge?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so just because I'm remembering it from various.
Yeah, I thought I would have had to roll a 1 for it to fail to trigger the stuff.
So that
Yeah,
that's
Meow Meow
whenever-
has to roll a d20, and if he rolls a 1, then the wild magic surge table does the random effect.
well,
But whatever. I mean, you're the DM, so rule it however you want.
Yeah.
Tides of Chaos, which he used, says if
Oh, it's tied to
Yeah.
chaos. Oh,
otherwise you are correct.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah. Okay, we're good. Everyone's good.
Yep.
So is confusion a charm, frighten, or possessed effect?
Let me double check for you. I know it's an enchantment. It doesn't say here. I'll copy and paste it.
Well, to be fair, this is uncharted territory for Meow Meow.
Right. That is. Oh wow, that's a lot of message. Sorry. Yeah.
Wow.
But there you go. That's the whole thing I'm reading.
All right. So
what were we looking to be? 13?
14.
14. Oh, I got it.
Okay.
18.
Okay, good. Camellia is safe. She's good.
yeah.
She doesn't care. All right. So Guido and Chicken Tendy. Okay. What about Bakar? Did you save?
I'm trying to figure out if I'm immune to it or not, because I did not
Does
say
it
that I'm
affect
not
me?
immune.
Okay.
Would it affect me?
How to tell if the spell is a charm? Boom.
Yeah, it affects you too, Randy.
Okay. And I have
Because
to
it's
beat my own.
everything within the 10-foot radius.
Yeah.
So charm spells give you the charmed condition.
Yeah.
So this doesn't do that. So it's not a charm.
And it's not a possession.
It's not
No.
a possession. That'd be like Crown of Madness, things like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am confused.
Okay, so you're confused, and
I
you
got an 18.
you have the D10 behavior chart that I posted because I just posted it all. When it's your turn, but Meow Meow, your spell still goes off. You get to do the spell.
Okay, that was my second question.
Yeah, you don't lose that. That'd suck.
Yeah. 24.
Oh yeah, you hit. You'll probably kill it too. I punished you enough.
Yeah, like like if we're gonna RP it though, it's like
Oop.
no, well, like it's almost like affected by almost like nausea for the confusion, and it's just like that's never happened before when
Well,
I've fired off a chromatic orb.
I think that one result is like uncharacteristically bad because it's a 13. Like,
Yeah.
isn't that an unlucky number? Yeah. So a lot of them are not bad at all, even if they are technically a negative thing. It's like, oh, I have a beard, like whatever.
Well, I'm never using Tides of Chaos again. So
You'll be all right. Don't be scared.
I fire off 18 damage of let's do ice.
Ice. Okay. And it was chromatic orb, correct?
Yes.
So you weave your ball of yarn and it starts spinning at a rapid pace, and blue light seems to glow from within it, and you just shoot this ray of frost that's even better than ray of frost at the target. And it just, you see it for a second just completely encased in ice. And then the ice shatters, shattering it with it. And
Nice.
I need the card to make a Constitution saving throw of 12 because it's about to explode with
I
black.
still have advantage, correct?
I don't know how long it lasts.
It's
You might.
concentration for an hour.
Yeah, I would say it hasn't been over an hour. Yeah.
17.
Ooh, okay. You're golden. All right. So it just fizzles out right in front of your nose, and it's dead. Congrats, you guys beat the baby up.
For a minute though, Bakar is still confused,
Yes, he is Confucian.
which sucks.
Yeah, that's a good spell. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I'll keep that in mind. Okay. We're out of initiative here. Congrats. Final Fantasy victory
Yeah,
theme. Thank you. Okay, so here we are.
So when will he can't just make a saving throw again? Or
Let me double check.
It's just a minute, so like
What's
outside of combat, a minute is nothing, but like in combat,
Yep.
that's 10 rounds.
Okay, so because every 6 seconds he would be able to make a saving throw, I'm just gonna say it ends. Let's be real. Okay.
Yeah.
so Meow Meow is like, man, that worm. I didn't know it had that ability.
Make a deception check.
I glare at you.
Well, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know.
Sure.
Okay.
That's little table talky right there. You wouldn't know that I cast the confusion.
He may have low intelligence, but his wisdom isn't low.
Hey,
And he was standing
I'm
next to you.
if I'm running a game right now with persuasion, you gotta let me roll, or deception.
It would be deception, and I did ask you to roll.
I got a 19.
Okay. Everyone has a passive insight, so just tell me what it is.
Passive insight?
Yeah.
11.
Passive
Okay.
insight.
Wait, no.
So it's like just 10 plus the your insight then?
Okay, so it's 8 plus proficiency
8.
if you're proficient, and then plus wisdom.
So
That's how all passive scores work.
Gotcha.
Yeah, in case you
So
ever
it's
wanted to
just
do passive
11.
survival.
Just 11.
Oh,
Okay,
12.
so-
Sorry, 12.
World's best liar is a small cat in a hoodie.
I guess so.
Okay, so Bakar, you're in that room now. You see before you an oddly lit, not chandelier. Wow, candelabra, I guess is what it'd be. And the wax on these candles is still like relatively new. There's not a whole lot of dripping down the sides. The flame, when you get closer, isn't hot either. This seems to be some sort of magical thing. And you notice there are 2 tigers fashioned into rugs on the floor, and this bedroom is huge. Uh, Whoever this belonged to must have been some sort of warrior or adventurer because their weapons are displayed about everywhere. On the map table, you see there's a set of basic weapons, but there's also a pile of platinum coins that seem to be placed strategically in a pattern. Uh, they're piled up 3 at a time in sort of like a spiral, and there seems to be about 50 of them altogether.
Holy shit.
Yeah. There's also a few weapon racks here. On one rack, there's a bunch of decorated shields. They seem relatively mundane, but they have a bunch of different, like, family crests all over them. And next to that weapon rack, there is an axe, a great axe, 2 great crescent-shaped blades, one on each side. And at the very head of this axe seems to be a flame that doesn't go out. The blade of this axe glows with heat, but it isn't hot to the touch. It's impressive. It's a relic of some sort, some adventure long past, probably, considering the conditions outside, left it here. And you notice on the map table there is a dagger stabbed right through the center of the city of Grim Golier. You're unsure of the intent of this. But whatever it is, it seems to have purpose.
Bakar would like to make a beeline towards that axe.
Okay. You touch its hilt, and your arm pulses with a warm heat. You feel the sun flowing through you.
Feels
You
nice.
feel like you're basking in an oasis, getting a nice dark blue tan. It feels right. It just feels good. It's the first thing that's felt good in quite a few days.
Does this tiger rug seem nicer than my owl bear rug that I'm wearing?
It's definitely cleaner.
It's a toss-up on personal preference.
And this one hasn't been in the sewer, so
What's the plan?
I'm gonna take a tiger rug and leave an owl bear rug.
There might be a confused adventurer someday because of this.
Yes, smelly sewer owl bear rug. Swap for
That is disgusting.
yes. You switch owl bear quote unquote robe for tiger quote unquote robe.
Guido, you should probably take that candle.
That was this one right here on the table, right?
Yeah, the only light source in the room.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'll pick it up, and if I have enough time, I want to cast Detect Magic on everything in this room.
Okay. Are you doing it as a ritual?
Yeah, so 11 minutes. Or 10 plus an action.
Strictly 11 minutes.
Not a second more.
Oddly enough, it seems that Chicken Tendy put on some sort of magical tiger pelt.
Well,
It looks like it has an aura of abjuration to it, which is usually a good sign. The axe glows with enchantment and divination.
Okay.
The candle just glows with divination. The map, however, you feel a slight necromantic energy pulsing off the knife stabbed in Grimgalier. Like it's almost like a faint smoke of necromantic energy.
If I were to investigate the knife, whether investigation or arcana, can I tell what kind of knife or dagger this is, if it's anything I would have come across in studies?
Are you talking about like make of the knife or magic specifically?
Magic specifically, without going into
Okay.
identify.
It seems mundane. It could easily be swapped for a kitchen knife.
Well, I think later when we have time, I can tell you what all of your items are. I don't like this knife that's being stabbed through that map, though.
Yeah, we haven't had a lot of success with weird knives and also weird paper.
Definitely not weird paper.
He shudders.
Retreats in the shell a little bit. So I'm not touching any of that because that bad things happened last time. I am taking this candelabra though.
Okay. Now I wouldn't try stowing that. I feel like if anything you'd break it, but
Yeah, it's just in my hand for right now.
okay. You notice that after you slew that last worm creature, the building stopped shaking.
Oh, were they the source, maybe?
It's not a bad guess. You
was fortuitous.
They seem tied to this magic, whatever it happens to be.
I would like to see if I can search the dresser up near the bed.
Okay. In the dresser, there are an assortment of beautiful robes, expensive in make, but technically mundane. They seem to be the clothes of an elven noble. They're dark purple in color. They seem out of place for what you normally see people wearing here in the Dwendalian Empire. They're light and elegant.
Yeah, I'm not particularly interested
Too
in
big
it.
for you.
Yeah, exactly. So I'll just kind of leave it there.
Tech magic isn't pinging off them, is it?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
Truly mundane.
All right.
Camellia, what are your feelings about all of this?
I've been eyeballing platinum for a while.
Well, nobody said they've grabbed it. It's 50 platinum. It's like 500 gold.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my way on over there because if we're leaving this room anyway, what's the point of leaving it intact?
I would definitely be careful of putting platinum in the same bag as your snail, though.
Well, yeah, what I
Just saying.
put like 49 in my pocket and then give one to my snail.
Okay.
It just evolves into its final form.
Just bursts out of the bag.
I gotta give him his allowance.
Can somebody make note of the pattern?
He did do work for you, but anyway,
Yeah.
What was that, Bakar?
Make note of the pattern before you break the little thing down.
It was in the pattern of what seemed to be a hurricane off the southwest shore of the Dwendalian Empire, off the Menagerie Coast. You're not sure if it held purpose, but somebody stylized the coins in that pile.
Note taken.
Okay.
I even drew a stack of coins.
A perfect rendition of a stack of coins.
Oh yeah, a perfect. It's definitely not a series of lines.
Like all
right.
drawings.
Yes, drawings done by MS Paint.
So there's 2 more rooms. Do we hit those and then go downstairs again?
Yeah, I mean, the building stopped shaking about, and when we were listening at the doors, that was really the only one with anything behind it, right? Because we were right in the hallway and we didn't hear anything behind us.
He did not hear anything else. And that emanating whispery breath is gone.
Loot and scoot.
Yep.
I'll do it.
I've never heard that before. I really like that.
Really? Wow.
Loot and scoop. Yeah,
It's
I've never
classic.
heard it. It should be. That's great. Okay.
All right, I'll check this room.
You see not much other than a snuffed candle, a writing quill, an empty inkwell, and a small coin purse. In the coin purse, upon inspection, is 15 gold and a handful of copper. But because I'm not insane, I don't really count that as actual currency. It's more like weight.
Fair enough.
But it is in there. And in the room that Guido is in, you don't find much. There's blank papers. Looks like maybe
Ooh.
somebody was going to write
Blank-
something and didn't get the chance.
Paper. Oh, wow.
Guido
Um,
loves blank paper.
I know,
Guido
yeah.
does love blank paper. Yeah,
Yeah,
You
there's
should
some
sell
blank
it to
paper for you.
Guido.
he's gonna pick up that blank paper. He can always use it.
Okay. It's gonna make paper airplanes.
Oh yeah.
But as for that's all that's in that room, as far as you can tell.
Fair enough.
Excellent.
Okay. You want me to pull you downstairs?
I think so.
Yep.
All right. Let's wrap this up tonight, guys.
Yep.
All right. So we are back. Here's the Kevius in your head asking where you are. Where are you? Are you dead? I don't think
Open-
you're dead. I can't talk to dead things.
We left.
Opens the door.
We gotta dig them out.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We got to move all the stuff out from the door.
We left.
I would love to get out because it seems the vine problem downstairs has gotten worse, considerably worse, and there seems to be hands coming out of the vines.
Hands.
Yeah, they white, stringy-looking hands. It's definitely the old man.
The old man.
Yeah.
Like your old man?
A matter of speaking, yes, I once was a slave to Torg.
Oh.
Yeah. You can see why I'm on the run. That said, Rockman, how about you give a good shoulder bash to that stuff over there? Well, fine.
I
And
mean,
I want to see him blow his shoulder out on the door that we barricaded.
I will be fair and let him do a strength check. He's got a +3. All right.
Yeah.
An 8. So you hear a solid thud, then nothing, then I'm gonna need help.
We'll unbury him.
Okay, with enough time, you unbury him just fine. You're able to put it there. You can take it off. These, however, are out of sight. Those are gone. At
What?
least they seem to be gone. The undead outside the front windows.
Is the fire still going?
Like the candles and things, or the fire
No,
outside.
The fire from outside.
Yes. It seems to be dying down. It's not doesn't seem as like whippy. You know how fire, when it's really amping up, it like whips the air. It's like a slow burn now.
Cool.
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 This is fine.
Cool.
This is
I love fire.
Okay. Do you have my stuff, please?
Uh,
I offer him a handful of teeth.
He just looks at your open hands, and he's like confused and disgusted, and he just like looks at you. What is wrong with you?
Teeth. Trophies. Weird trophies, but
Good for you. Yeah, that's good. Sure, you hold on to those.
And I put them back in my backpack.
Yeah, it's a good idea. You never
Loose-
know what that
loose,
enamel
so
is going to be used for.
There's now an assortment of worm and demon teeth just loose in my bag.
Yep, sure is.
This isn't a bad thing.
Yeah.
So, no, seriously, where's my stuff?
So what would happen if you didn't have them anymore, or like it got lost?
I already heard you talking about seeing them.
You also already told him that we were keeping them because we can actually use them.
Yeah.
Why do you think I wanted you to get them for me? I can use them.
Well, we did tell you we were keeping them anyway. We did say that before we went up.
Why would you just take my things after all I've given you? I understand I need your help, but have a little decency.
I'm gonna just begrudgingly give him the pearl that I have back.
Thank you. I knew you were kind. I will repay you, I promise. And he
Stabs her.
He stabs you. He gently takes the large pearl out of your hand, and you see in like a purple, almost like a lightning crackle of energy, it zooms up his arm and right towards where his heart should be. And he's just like pulsing, and then the lightning dissipates. And his eyes flicker with energy for a moment, and then it settles back to normal. All right, can I please get the rest? I think I can take care of those guys drawing circles in the front yard.
Mm,
I'm just gonna look towards Meow Meow.
I'm kind of like growling.
You don't have to do it.
Yeah, I guess. Like, it's not wild about this guy still. So, but I give the pearl.
I will as well then.
It's okay. We have a Pokeball, but it already has something inside of it.
It could also have a guy in it now. Soon.
Well, it already has a guy in it.
But it can have a different guy. And I look over at
You know, it's funny. Arcanoloth is one of the options.
Yeah.
It really is. It's fun.
Yeah, when you showed it to me the other day, I took a look and I was like, "Huh, that's funny."
Yeah, that's interesting. Why would he have that? Anyway, so he gently accepts the two other pearls. He's very delicate when he touches these. He definitely understands what he's messing with. He takes one in his left hand and he puts the other right in the very front of his mouth. And he just holds them there with the other pearl in that right hand still. And you just see him surge with purple arcane energy. And all of a sudden, in a bright flash, his fur turns completely white. He opens his eyes and they crackle a little bit. He then takes the three pearls and he returns them to his bag. He nods a thank you. And that's where we're going to end the episode.
Woo!
I have to have you on for more.
So, I don't know if we want to mention that somebody won. Who won the Roll20 membership? I think it was Lee TB in the chat today. So congrats to them.
Woo! Yeah, go Lee, TB.
whoever that is,
You're doing great.
Ascended.
You're the best.
He says H.
Yeah.
I'm pressing F in the chat for respect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. All right, enjoy. Thank you for playing, and thank all of you for watching. Seriously, it brought me a
Peaches and
lot of
Chad.
happiness.
There you
It makes it
go.
a lot. It makes it a lot of fun when there's
Yeah.
interaction.
I'm definitely glad I have the display for that now. It's way better. But yes, thank you. We're gonna sign off now. A lot of us have stupid adult stuff to do tomorrow. Not good.
Lame.
Negative review. So, and thank you to my players for once again joining me and being so good about sticking to the schedule. I understand that taking a whole day out of your week, or at least evening out of your week, it's a lot. I understand, and thank you. I'll continue to try my best to kill you softly, as that was put. And
You kill us softly with a specific song.
we're getting very close to our conclusion. So
Oh, are we gonna level?
we are is this is I technically cut it off a bit early, but you do have time to rest, so you can go ahead and level. We'll do the official rest when we get back next week, but yes, you can prepare your 5th level. I won't surprise you with anything until then. So
Sounds good.
enjoy your 2nd attacks and 3rd level spell slots, guys.
Oh yeah.
But
Yay!
thanks again.
And
Ta-ta for
have a good
now.
night.
Okay.